You're ready to be premature all over again.
Wow, that's impressive.
Quick
bro.
reset.
Yeah.
Quick reset.
Last night was Ramos jizz.
Freudian slip.
Who knew the job was pro bono?
I was so high that I shit myself at some point.
Okay, get still here. Somebody, everybody mute. Goddamn you.
My SEAL Team 6 with the SEAL Team 12.
There's nothing wrong with punching above your weight.
I thought you'd get better.
Well,
I don't know what's worse. You're a ginger or you've been vaccinated.
You sit around and drink and solve the world's problems, right?
Hey, let's go ahead and unwrap this present so let the debate begin.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are here. Los Cuatros Jinetes are in the studio. I don't even know. It is a celebration of life, a celebration of joy, whatever you want to call it. It is a milestone moment for us. Today marks our 100th Spirited Debate episode. Wasn't sure we'd make it here, but we did. And so in honor of that, I'd like to share something with you real quick. Ladies and gentlemen, behold.
You fucking made it. You fucking made it. Four best friends who all zoomed in and made this podcast show. You fucking made it. You fucking made it. Thanks to 40 years of friendship and lots of alcohol. For a spirited debate. First you make the drink, then you drink the drink, and you talk about the drink to the room. Then you get a little drunk and you talk about stuff with an unsuspecting guest and makes your spouse leave the room. 'Cause you fucking made it. You fucking made it. Congratulations on your 100th episode!
Woo!
Fuck yeah, that was
Love it.
Awesome.
Yes.
Amazing.
Yes, the fancies.
Thank you, the
Yes.
fancies.
They
Wow.
crushed it.
Absolutely. That's great.
They crushed it and then some.
It helps to know the right people. That's all it's, it's about networking, and it helps to know the right people. Unfortunately, on our 100th episode, our hope was to have the fancies on, but they could not make it. So they were kind enough to do a little drop for us, a little ditty. So there it is. Grinch, thank you for making that connection work and pulling that together.
My
But
pleasure.
we're not stopping there. We have got one hell of an episode for you, our 100th episode. We're going to be bringing in past guests. We're going to be talking about the show, our favorite episodes, our favorite drinks, giving each other shit like we always do. It is no different. Not sure how long this is going to go. Maybe an hour, maybe two, maybe three, maybe all night. Either way, I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited everybody's here. We decided to go ahead and jump the show off with a guest. So the Flash is back. Flash, thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me. Congratulations, you guys, on your 100th episode, by the way.
Thank you so much. You know what? You came in on the ground floor and you've watched us grow, and here you are.
and we're one floor up.
That's right. That's right.
Moving on up.
In honor of the Flash, Haas was kind enough to wear his Flash onesie. So thank you for that, Haas. I know you're dying of heat right now.
I was about to say, bro, how are you doing that?
I'm lubing up for something later.
Yeah.
It is. Yeah. Okay. Whatever you got to do,
Yeah, it's
brother.
called swamp ass.
Don't judge what he's into. Don't do that.
I didn't judge.
Okay. You were just making a point to say it. I got it.
Hey,
All right.
they got special underwear for that now. You can get your balls up out of the gooch,
There you go.
as they call it. So you might want to
Nice.
look into that, brother.
All right.
Where's
Well,
the
you know
fun
what?
in that?
We're here. Everybody's here. We're excited about this one, our 100th episode. Obviously, with the way things are always going, I'd be remiss if I didn't ask, how's everybody doing?
Yeah, pretty good. Pretty good.
We're just okay.
Yeah, I'm doing all right.
It's just okay.
I mean, I'm excited to be here
I mean,
on this
truthfully,
beautiful day.
if I was any better, I'd be twins.
Thank God.
God
you're not.
save
I'm not
us.
sure we can handle
Yeah,
two
right.
of you.
Two horses. That would be what
That's
a world
it.
that would be.
All right.
It'd be
So
fun,
let's.
right?
What a fool believes.
The hammer's down. The train is leaving the station. Let's go ahead and jump into our drinks. Flash, you're kind enough to be the first guest of many today. So we're going to start with you. What did you decide to drink for our, and it is all about us, so don't confuse the issue, for our 100th episode?
Well, I decided on a Paloma,
Mm.
and I just threw in some Paloma mix, a skosh of tequila, and tonic water.
Skosh.
Kept it-
Wait, what
kept
do you
it
mean a
simple.
skosh?
I love it. I'm
A
so
touch
proud
of
of you.
tequila.
What do you mean, a skosh of
A skosh.
alcohol?
Actually,
Not a
I held the
splash.
tequila bottle over.
She waved it
drink
across the
and-
glass.
But she used the mix, so it's
Right.
okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
I used a mix.
It wasn't a splash. It wasn't a dash.
Wow.
It was a skosh.
It
A
was-
skosh of
She's
booze,
all
and you
fancy.
used a mix. What's going on here?
Hey,
It's like you don't like us or something.
Hey.
Wow.
It's CMO. I will allow it.
That was-
Okay.
she's got your
Yeah.
approval. That's all that matters.
Big Mac says you're
I got the mix back here too.
There you go. So yeah, Flash is going to be the first guest of many today. So just a quick recap in case you have not been paying attention, you're Johnny or Janie come lately to the party. The Flash was on in season 1, episode 47, and that is when we had the great chicken sandwich debate. She was kind enough to come along with us on that magic carpet ride, eat a
both
bunch of chicken
versions.
sandwich.
In fact, she came on 2 magic carpet rides.
Yeah.
It was
Because-
actually Redux,
Well,
the director.
one,
Somebody-
one was just
somebody-
a carpet
Yeah.
that we sat around.
That's
The
right,
other one
right.
might have had a little magic to it.
That's it. But she was kind enough to come on, eat a couple of different chicken sandwiches from a couple of different places, and then we rated them, and we decided that Popeyes was absolutely hands down the best as a group. I mean, it was
No,
there was some
that
scientific
is
study
not what
there.
was decided.
So
Legal
yeah.
says you can't say
Can't
that
say that?
because
Oh.
you're not. It's not accurate.
I fired legal. I'm rehiring a new department. That's
Good
the
luck
beauty
with
of it.
that, buddy.
It's a good
luck
call,
with that.
right on the
Yeah.
cusp of what's about to happen
That's
today.
And then she came back in season 2, episode 222, which is season 2, episode 22, for all you who don't habla. And that was Ghouls, Ghosts, Demons, and Haunts, the Halloween debate, because she loves Halloween, decorates everything in Halloween that time of year. So we thought we'd let her pick the topic. That's what it was. And she came back on and debated that. Oddly enough, she's the only weirdo that believes in any of that shit. And so if you're interested in either one of those, episode 47 from season 1 or episode 222 from season 2, you can check out the Flash being on our show. So Flash, it's lovely to have you back in the studio. It's been a minute.
Mhm.
Glad that you are joining us for our 100th episode. We may regret it, but hey, we're happy you're here.
I would hate to be the guy who has to follow me up. Just saying.
Mhm, mhm. His
Well,
name's
there's going to be a
Jason
number
Howell.
of them.
You're not wrong.
Yeah.
That's right. You want to come out and set the bar way up here, and then
Exactly.
we get to the next person. It's like, oh, well, you're just you. So,
Hey, can we start drinking already, please?
yes, I'm sorry. So yes, let's go ahead and jump into our drinks. We got the Paloma out of the way. Flash is done. Since you are wearing the Flash onesie, Haas, what are you drinking
Yeah.
today?
Water. It's
Water.
very hot, so I'm
It is hot.
drinking water.
Drinking water.
Yeah, I
Gotta
figured
start
Flash.
intelligent.
She loves Halloween. I figured I had to costume it up for her. 'cause
There you go.
none but love for the Flash. You know what I
There you
mean? Aside from that, though, I'm having a mojito.
A little rum,
Yes.
little mint.
I went with some white rum, some mint, a little bit of sugar, a little bit of lime juice, muddled and mixed. And here we go.
That's a double call out to the Flash because I'm pretty sure that's one of her go-to drinks is the mojito.
I love mojitos.
See, there you go. Look at that. Not only are you wearing the onesie, but the drink echoes the Flash.
Yeah.
Wow.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
I'm not even going to talk about my drink now. Fuck it. So, all right, Mac, I saw you come into the studio carrying a big ass duffel bag full of shit. What are you drinking?
Yeah, so I've got a couple drinks going here. First and foremost, somebody got stupid.
Uh-oh.
That
and made
doesn't
an
narrow
agree-
anything down.
No.
Yeah, I know. But made an agreement before we booked, a shit ton of guests that, for every guest in our 100th episode, somebody would do a shot of the Reaper whiskey.
I like it.
I'm going to join you. Look, I don't have a Reaper.
Get out of here.
I don't have Reaper,
Feels fire.
but I'm joining you for the shot. You know what? Now I'm not even going to join you for the shot.
It's like
you
Fireball.
do it by yourself.
That's
I
like,
know, right?
That's like cinnamon-y.
That's like a candy.
Actually
just
has
go get a cinnamon
flavor.
disc, dude. I mean, come on.
You know what? Go fuck yourself.
You might actually call that enjoyable.
Start right out of the gate. There you go. That's a good look for you.
Excuse me.
Beware the Reaper.
God.
Well, I had to change my name to the Dragon
Don't fear the Reaper.
because I'll
It
be
should
farting
playing that
fire
one.
all night. Tommy.
It's as painful going in as it will be coming out.
Oh,
That's right.
Lord, Lord, Lord. What have you done?
There's your
So there we go.
first shot of Reaper.
That is the first shot of Reaper, and I'm going to chase it with a Kentucky Buck.
Nice. You had to hesitate. You're like, wait, what am I drinking? I don't even know.
I say chase it with a second shot of Reaper, right?
I can't feel my face. I'm sweating. Kentucky Buck. So what is in that? That's just
It
the
is
bourbon, the
just ginger beer and the Long Branch whiskey
in a copper cup.
in a copper cup.
You're a good man, Cotton. Glad to see you brought the cup. All right, Grinch. We'd be remiss if we didn't fall to you next.
That's true. You would be. You would
I know.
be.
So we're not going to. We're going to wait. I'm going to go.
I got some Angels Envy. Finally got a bottle. You
Got
know?
some anal
So
shit.
happy for you, bro. So happy for you.
Yes.
I had to pounce. Showed back up. The missus was like kind of sizing up what I came in with in the box, and she's like, and she just looks at me, and I go, "It's for Friday." And
It's
she
for
just-
Friday.
You just
It's an important day.
Shakes her head.
Opens the cabinets full bar, but you brought in more shit.
Clink, 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 clink.
Let me shove all that out of the way. So you're just doing it straight. Is it neat on the rocks? What is it? I couldn't tell.
Just ice cube. Yeah.
Oh, just one ice cube. Okay, there you go. Angels Envy,
Mhm.
easy peasy. So I'm curious because I know what the others are going. You know what their game plan is. Is that what you're doing the whole episode, or
We shall see. I'm gonna go with the vibes.
Oh, just
Easy
Follow the
to do.
vibes, you know,
Okay.
like fly by the
Nimble.
seat of my pants kind of
Nice.
thing.
Okay.
I
There we
drink
go.
depending on the attitude of the room.
There you go. There you go. Yep.
Read the room.
Should be a
3 fists have been sync.
That's right.
All right. Well, then I will finish up. I decided I was going to harken back to for me one of my favorite episodes, and that would be an early episode, our social media episode. And this one is for you, Haas. I decided to go back to the Boulevardier. I did it.
I
You're a
thought
brave
about
to start this early.
walking
with
the
the
Boulevardier of broken
The
dreams.
Boulevardier Broken Dreams. That's right. So, but I went. I had to pull it out of the bag, but I decided, you know what? I'm gonna up the game because we're gonna do the sweet vermouth. We're gonna do the Campari, but I went with Blanton's. I decided I'm not doing no basic bitch, bottom shelf, middle shelf. I'm going right to the
Big
top. I
baller.
You do
grab
you,
the
boo.
Blanton's. That's right. So it is just Blanton's, Campari, sweet vermouth, stirred for 30 seconds with ice, strained over a single giant ass ice cube with an orange peel. You express the oil, obviously.
Yeah. I like the cut of your jib.
And it is in
A
it's in
phrase
my,
I want to use all the time.
it's in my favorite is glass that I know Grinch loves so much that you can't really see.
I got a pretty cool glass myself.
Yeah. Oh, is this the Blade Runner glass? No, oh, I can't see. Oh,
Was that
Mhm.
Illuminati?
yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So I am doing the Boulevardier because it again harkens back to an episode which I love dearly. All of you gentlemen, Haas got plastered on that episode. He vehemently decrees that this is not a drink he'll ever
That's what
drink
it
again.
was. Okay.
There it is.
Oh, the heartburn, Mac. The heartburn.
That's it. And I believe the Boulevardier jumped up on Mac in an episode as well, if I'm not
I think
mistaken.
it
It
did,
bit
yeah.
twice. Silent killer. So hopefully it will not do that to me, but that's what I'm doing. So for everybody,
And how does it taste?
look, I like the Boulevardier. Is it going to be something I'll drink all the time? No, it is not one of those drinks for me, but I am not as opposed to it as clearly you are.
Oh yeah, fuck that thing. I'd rather drink water.
There you go. The Blanton's, I think the Blanton's maybe elevates it a bit. I don't remember what you used in terms of the bourbon when you drank it. And I know the first time
probably
there
Four
was,
Roses.
the first time there was the debate
Seems
on
like
whether or
that's what
not
it was.
you use sweet vermouth or regular
Or
vermouth the
dry
first
vermouth, I
time.
think. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't remember the dry. So
I
I think
did
you
go
used
back
the
and-
wrong vermouth the first time. if
Yeah,
recall
and I did go back
correctly.
and get it a second time. I gave it
And
a second try with sweet
still
vermouth, and
didn't like
it
it.
still sucks ass.
Yeah, you still said it tasted like ass.
I
so.
would rather eat swamp ass and drink that drink.
before this episode's over, you may. Who knows?
Wait, is that mezcal or is that something else?
no, that's dirty sock water.
No,
Mezcal
mezcal is
Mezcal
Mother
with
Earth. Mezcal is Mother Earth's vagina.
More like perineum. I'm not sure. So, to everybody in the studio, Flash included, I want to say cheers to our 100th episode. Flash,
Thanks
thank
for
you
being here.
the
Cheers.
First guest.
Cheers.
Thanks for having me,
Thanks,
guys.
yeah, thanks for helping
Cheers.
us kick it off.
All right. So the train is leaving the station and we are moving on. It is our 100th episode. We have been kind of on this trajectory for a while. And so I would be remiss if I didn't point out a number of things right out of the gate. The first being that we have now 16,284 plus downloads on our episodes across all platforms.
Nice.
That equates to about 12,000 plus minutes of content. If you want to go back and listen to our episodes, we have 2 full seasons now. And the interesting thing about us is we have a spirited debate. And when we talk about the 100th episode of a spirited debate, that's what this podcast is. But if you follow us, you know, in the fall, we always do Liquor and Leagues. We've done 2 seasons. What's that? Yeah, whatever.
The 2-time.
Liquor and
Hey,
Leagues.
I've got the bananas. Don't make me pull it out.
That's right. I don't want to know where it's at, so please don't.
Yeah.
Our Liquor and Leagues, our sister show, Liquor and Leagues, is 34 episodes a season where we cover football in the SEC. So this, though, only covers a spirited debate, 100 episodes, but that 12,000 minutes of content is across all of our shows. In that, we've also done about 420 plus drinks between the 4 of us. Any guests we have on the shows,
420? What?
discounting any duplicates. We are listened to in 42 states and U.S. territories and 39 countries around the world. So I did a little more digging, and I just wanted to kind of see what about the longevity of podcasts. Because I know when this started, it was the 4 of us getting together going, hey, is this going to work? Hey, would we find things to debate about long term? You know, because that was kind of the format of our show. And I will say this interesting thing. The average podcast lifespan, can anybody tell me what they think it is in days? How many days is the average
78.
lifespan? 78 days. There you go. Haas, what about you?
See, I listen.
No. You said 78. I didn't say you were right. I said, there you go. There you go.
123 days.
123 days. Mac?
12 inches.
12 inches. And Flash, how many days is the average lifespan of a podcast?
42.
42. Okay. Well, you're all wrong. 12 inches was actually the closest. It is 174 days. 174
It was like
days.
78 episodes or something like that.
It may have been,
Yeah, something.
but it is.
Stop trying to justify it.
You know what I mean? I remember you saying that.
among
In the Venn
all
diagram
of
of
things.
podcasts.
Good callback. Among all indexable shows, the average lifespan was 174 days. The interesting thing about that is that we have been going for 23 months, 100 weeks, 701 days, 16,812 hours, 1,008,734 minutes, or just over 60 million seconds. So we have eclipsed what is the average lifespan of a podcast. So, hey, kudos to us, because at the outset, we thought, would we be able to do this?
Putting that on
And-
LinkedIn.
And we have done it.
Right?
I would.
Yes,
It's an accomplishment.
absolutely.
I have a question.
Yeah, I have an answer.
Is it 42?
Since we have the flash on,
12 inches.
because the question is not for
Oh.
you.
Not
Not
for Flash
everything's
or not
about
for
you.
me. Wait, whoa. This is the 100th episode. It most certainly is about me and us.
I thought I was about to say. I
Mostly
thought
me.
you said it was our.
He says a lot of
You
shit.
see,
If
yeah,
you
you
don't
know.
tune him out
You know
already.
how he is.
That's right.
You know best how he is.
If you don't, it's on you at this point. Go ahead. What's your question?
So, Flash, when Papa Thor mentioned that he was looking to do this, what were your thoughts? Did you think we would make it to 100 episodes, or did you think this fucking guy is an idiot?
Be
Um,
100%
Nobody's gonna
honest.
listen to him.
Right.
Okay.
because
Yeah,
you-
100% honest.
And
He
don't
asked
worry
me-
about not having a place to live after you reach
Right.
we will help you figure something out.
That's
It's
right.
interesting, Mac, because
North
she actually
Carolina's
asked
beautiful
me.
this year.
She asked me this question today if I thought we'd
Yeah.
go. So I'd like to know your answer.
I mean, honestly, when you first told me about it, Thor, I think I was really excited because I thought, oh, this is like such a great way for 4 best friends to get together every week, especially because COVID was really in full swing and you guys weren't really able to get together. So it was just a good sort of outlet, I guess, for all 4 of you to get together. If I'm being completely honest, no, I didn't think it would last for 100 episodes because I thought you guys
How do we
might get-
mute her? Boot her out. Wrong
You're
answer.
done.
You're voted off the podcast.
However,
Do you ever feel like you've been set up, by the way?
yes.
Yeah, she lives with Thor. Hell yeah,
That's right.
she does.
It's a trap.
But
Yeah, interesting. No, I agree with you. I would probably agree 100%. I never would have thought we would have made it to 100 episodes. I'm glad we did. But yeah.
Okay, well, there's okay. You didn't think we would have. Grinch, did you think we would have?
I don't know that I gave it so much thought like that, in the
You
sense
can
of
say
like,
it.
I didn't dwell on whether it would or it wouldn't. I just focused on what was the next episode, and
Yeah.
you
It's
know,
just here to
one
have a good
episode at a
time.
time, and here we
One
are.
drink at a time,
Yeah.
one guest at a
Chris was
time.
like, I just didn't give a damn. I was showing up for. I was
If
showing
there's
up for the
anything
free
I
drinks.
know, every prediction of the future I've ever made is fucking wrong. So, so I try not to make predictions. Right?
There you
So
go.
Nostradamus, you were not.
New,
Okay.
new.
Fair enough.
All right, Haas. What about you? Thought we make it or not?
Yeah, I'm kind of in the Grinch camp. I don't really think I don't recall having put a whole lot of thought into it. I just kind of enjoyed the ride. Enjoyed every week and enjoyed hanging out with you guys and enjoyed all the guests and all the laughs and all the fun. The stuff I can remember, of course. I mean, obviously there's a handful of episodes that I don't remember them. I actually have to listen to them and I still don't remember them.
Is it
but
like
what
that?
I remember, I enjoyed.
Is it like that feeling when you're out and you're drinking and then you get home and then you wake up the next morning and go, "How the fuck did I get home?"
Uh-huh.
Is it like that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those moments.
Kind of like that.
Doesn't it kind of sum this whole thing up?
He's like, "We're at 100 episodes. What the
Again,
fuck?"
I'll say, can you expound? No, I can't.
No.
What
other
about you,
interest-
Thor?
Yeah, I mean, I think I was a little more critical of it, and I thought, yes, we will. And I know, Mac, you came out of the gate early on and was like, you want to start a podcast, drinking and debating. Would there be enough topics for us to debate? Now, admittedly, every episode has not been a debate. There have been a lot of other things we've sprinkled in along the way. And so that has been a nice kind of aside to the debate factor, is that we've been able to do other things. We've done our pick'em episodes. Look, our most popular episode to date, hands down, far and away, Legend of the Haas Nest Monster, was
Damn
not
right
a
it
debate
is.
in any fucking form.
Bunch of falsehoods, bunch of lies, a whole
That
bunch of lies.
Basically, an
And
autobiography.
if legal had the
of
free
Haas's
time,
life.
legal would be litigating some shit. That's all I'm saying.
I think Haas is telling all his friends, please listen to this episode. Just listen.
I think
And that's
so.
the reason it's so
So
high.
much bullshit.
I think he's just got a bunch of bots out there just,
Just
constantly
hitting it.
replaying. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I wish I had that free time and those abilities.
There you go.
I'd
But
be buying some cryptocurrency.
to answer your question, yes, I thought we would. Am I excited that we're here? Absolutely. Is it? I don't know. In a way, it's kind of bittersweet because I'm like, where did the last 2 years go? Because
It did really fly by, didn't it?
Yeah, it's been 2 years.
It's crazy to think about.
And as Flash said, we did it because of COVID starting, and it was our way of getting together. And it's like, holy shit, 2 years has gone by. So in that, it's like I said, it's a little bittersweet. I love it. I love doing it. And I say that as we close out the show. I love doing this week in and week out with you guys. And that's from my approach, that does not, I don't intend to stop, regardless of what our topic is. And if we find something to debate or not, or just make up stories about each other, I just enjoy hanging out week in and week out. And it's needed. We talked about it on our health debate, mental health. And so it's like that thing is needed. And so being here,
Well,
Teaser,
absolutely.
we're going to have that guest on later today.
Later today. Yeah. So please listen.
Yeah, but I think I think out of all four of us, only you have made every episode, but everybody else has missed at least one episode. And I think
Right.
to a person, we've all admitted that it felt empty that weekend.
Absolutely.
When we weren't here, because it's part of the routine now.
Right.
Yep.
And again,
It's weird. It's bizarre.
I texted out today and I was literally pacing today. Like I'm walking from the room to the kitchen, to the room, to the kitchen.
Just could not have gotten here soon enough. Yeah.
Right. I'm just like, come on, man, what the fuck? Like,
No, I think, I summed it up this morning. It's Christmas morning, right?
Yes.
And when you're a kid, I was excited to get up and record this episode with you guys. More so, I don't want to say more so than any other episode, but definitely was
It's okay to say
very
that.
excited about this one.
Well, and I was going to say that too. I mean, when you asked how we're doing, honestly, this is all the stuff that was in my mind, which is why like none of it came out in the moment, but was definitely kind of getting a little giddy and excited about this and thinking about closing the week out and knew it was going to be a lot of fun. So yeah, it was definitely exciting.
I mean, 3 hours of straight drinking with you guys and all these wonderful guests. I mean,
Come on, man.
I mean,
Can't
it's
go
not
wrong.
how I typically spend Friday nights, but it'll do.
But speaking of guests, don't we have an important question for our guest? As we
Uh,
also watch time.
I know, and unfortunately, I kind of stumbled over it. But yes, I did want to ask our guests, as we will do. We will ask questions of our guests. So our first question for you, Flash, is: what is your favorite episode, and why is it The Legend of the Haas Nest Monster?
I think my favorite episode. I mean, I could be that person and say that my favorite
It's
episode
me.
was
The one with
was the
me.
ones I was on. But I really liked the favorite concert episode and hearing all of your different opinions on. And I like a lot of the music episodes because I like hearing all of your opinions on the vastly different musical tastes from
Gotcha.
Tool to Train. You guys cover basically everything.
Damn
One of
right,
us does.
Train.
You had to mention Train. Well,
Pat
And again-
Monahan for president.
that's it. Flash, we do appreciate you being here. We are, again, we're up against the clock, obviously,
Very
because
grateful
guests are
for you
getting
coming
stacked.
back
We
and
have
joining
guests
us.
stacked up in the green room and we need to bring them in. But thank you for jumping off our show with us. Thank you for being on the previous episodes. Thank you for being on this episode.
Thank you for
being a
honoring
part of
us. We
Yeah.
appreciate it.
You're,
Thank you for putting up with Thor.
yeah, your dad will get you a,
And all
he'll
his
get you a swag
shenanigans.
bag.
Yeah.
Absolutely,
So just
absolutely.
wait outside the door for that.
That's it. Absolutely. So,
Well-
You might
Go
want
ahead.
to bring a pillow too, though, because you'll
Maybe
be there
waiting.
for a while.
that's right. So, Flash, cheers to you. Thank you for being a part of a spirited debate. We hope to have
Thank
you on in the
Thank
future.
you.
Here's to another 100 more episodes.
Amen.
Damn,
Amen.
another 100 episodes.
We'll have
of
you
these
back
guys?
for number
Shit.
200. For number 200,
There you
we'll
go.
have you back.
In truth, we just know the next person leads to another shot of Reaper. That's really
That's
what
it.
it's
That's
all
us. We just want to get you out, get the next person in.
They've invited people that we've never even talked to before.
That's right. Just come in for a couple seconds.
Maxi
Rich was
Max.
just he was passing out cards today on the street with the URL for this
Join our
thing.
show. Here's the link.
Gong.
Here's the link. That's it. So, Flash, thank you for being here. Thank you for starting our show off today. And we look forward to having you back. So, you take care of yourself.
Yeah, thank
Thanks.
you very
I love
much.
you guys.
Love you.
Love you
You too,
too.
Flash.
Bye.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, there we go. First guest of the day.
I'm
I know
gonna be
it's
shit-faced.
it's short, it's sweet, but we wanted to try to get through a number of guests that we've had on the show. So that is kind of part of what we are doing today, among other things, as the drinking and just harassing each other, talking shit. Mac doing shots of Reaper whiskey, which is phenomenal. But yeah, I definitely thought it was interesting. Yes.
I'm going to touch up my drink. Admin note is I told Jason I would give him the couple minutes heads up just
Okay.
to make sure Flash had cleared off before
Sounds-
he popped
okay.
in. Yeah,
And
so
I'm
I told
making-
him he's
making
good
another drink as
anytime.
well.
Gotcha.
So,
Okay,
buddy.
go for it.
You fucking made it. You fucking made it. Four best friends who all zoomed in and made this podcast show. You fucking made it. You fucking made it. Thanks to 40 years of friendship and lots of alcohol for a spirited debate. First you make the drink, then you drink the drink, and you talk about the drink to the room. Then you get a little drunk and you talk about stuff with an unsuspecting guest and makes your spouse leave the room. 'Cause you fucking made it. You fucking made it. Congratulations on your 100th episode.
Let's roll back into it. So, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. We have our next guest. We had the Flash in the top of the hour and the bottom of the hour. We've got none other than Jason. How he was kind enough to join us way back at the beginning of season 2 in episode 203 for the Fall of the Republic, our Afghanistan failure. And he expanded on a number of issues in that episode about, the failings along the way in Afghanistan and how we ended up pulling out under Joe Biden and, just a lot of the mistakes that got made and how it kind of decimated the infrastructure of that country. And so we are fortunate enough to have Jason on as our next guest today on our 100th episode. Jason, thank you so much for being here. We do appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Hey, thanks for having
Yeah,
me.
thank you.
Yeah, I feel like we're just bouncing from person to person, like it's moving at lightning
Mhm.
speed right now.
Four little whores
That's it.
rolling down the
So-
road.
So, Jason, before we jump into it to see how you're doing, Mac, I believe you have something that you need to do as our next guest is now here. No, don't shake
No,
your
no,
head.
no, I'm
Mac,
good.
Mac the
I'm
tank.
good.
Mac,
Mac the
Come
tank.
on, man. Let's
New
Mac
do it.
guest.
the tank.
Come
Mac
on, Mackie
the
Mac.
tank.
New
Mac
guest.
the
Mac,
tank.
Mac.
Tank.
So there's
Mac
the
the tank.
second shot of Reaper whiskey. It is going down. Oh, yeah. Ladies and gentlemen,
Holy
just
Well, I heard a
under
little bit, homie.
Oh, spaces
just
are
under
getting
40
better and
minutes
better.
in, Mac has done 2 shots of Reaper. It's going to be a long night for you, brother.
Yeah, it is. Well,
We
I
got
am
a
glad
number
I
of
am
other
not your
guests.
toilet.
Fuck that shit.
And here I am just sipping on my Boulevardier.
Oh.
Yeah, wait a minute. Where's your little fireball?
Yes, that's
whiskey?
right. That's right.
Okay, I'll do it. There you go.
It's going down. I'm yelling timber.
God, that cinnamon alcohol, Jesus. It's no Reaper whiskey, though. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into it. Jason, thank you so much for being here. We do appreciate you being a guest on our show previously and coming back for this episode. And obviously, our hope is to, in the future, have you on more. But yeah, obviously, today is all about us and celebrating our 100th episode. I hope that's okay.
Yeah, perfect.
But we are excited to have you in the studio today. So thank you for being here.
Yeah, it's good to see you. How you been?
I'm hanging in there.
Awesome.
Aging like a fine wine. I just saw him the other day.
Nice.
He's back in the gym, so he's buff as shit.
Nice.
Well, we won't say what he was saying about you while you were away making your drink. So that's just between me, Mac, and Jason. So let's go ahead and do it this way. Grinch, thank you for setting it up on our last guest. Let me go ahead and ask the question right out of the gate. So we wanted to ask a question of our guests since we're bringing you on and you're kind enough to join us. The question that we wanted to ask is, what is your favorite episode of A Spirited Debate, and why is it The Legend of the Hossness Monster?
Hey, that is one of my favorite episodes. In that honor, I have a tall glass of gin today. I have the Great Settlers Gin out of North
nice.
Carolina,
Okay.
which
Nice.
I hope that bottle hasn't been where some of Haas's butt plugs have been.
He does listen to the show.
Hold on.
He
It
does.
might.
I'm
It
so
might be
excited.
because sometimes I have to keister gin back into the state, so it's possible.
It's my favorite episode, and if you want to drop a beat, I wrote a little rap about what it is, and my rap influences are NWA and Beastie Boys. So
Mac,
who knows
Mac,
where this
give
is
us a
going to
beat,
go?
Mac.
Yeah, Mac, we didn't.
Mac,
I still can't talk.
Oh, you got it.
So he's a drug runner, crazy shirt wearing lady lover, fireworks imitator, not a police hater, hustler. He never stops coming at you, giving to others, showing nuts to your mother, patriot to the core. Body like a flag, sipping gin and tonic, can't build to save his life. Hustler, he never stops coming at you. Drinks like a fish, rocking bunk beds, hitting swish. Life for the party fights, a palmetto transplant stuck in his own closet for 2 nights. Hustler, never stops coming at you. Drinks that fight, ready to fight, an open book to all. Train Depot Dentistry, shitting his pants. Prison wallet holds like a softball. Hustler, he never stops coming at you. Mexico Coyote runs wearing while fearing going to prison. Butt plugs in Vegas golf in double vision. Not fleet of foot, no friend of humidity. Ghost dogs a tripping. He can't get out of it. Spring break runner in his mind. While smelling like ass all the time. Supersizing Mickey D's like a pothead fool. Tricking cops to get a ride to Hooters sounds kind of cool. Road trip master, the Mexico snowstorm disaster, freezing like an ice cube. Biggest balls of yarn. Get a waffle, house, Friday night ski, mask, assless chaps with your slut. Tossed an alligator off, cocaine stuffed up his butt. bouncing on a trampoline, naked, rolling in the shit that he's a hustler. He never stops coming at you. Hero, never stop hustling. You're a legend. Your life is poetry, a butt plug themed poem.
Hustler.
That is the greatest thing I have ever heard in my entire life.
Cheers
Jason,
to you,
fantastic.
sir.
That one's also going platinum. That one's going platinum.
It's climbing the Billboard Top 100 right now.
Woo!
Wow.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you've never listened to our podcast, everything he just said is exactly why you should.
Yes.
And true.
Is that one called
It's
the
all
Hoss
true.
Hustler? What you got a name for that one?
I think it's what I call that. My titles for my songs are very simple. That's Hoss Ness Legend.
There you go.
Yes.
Hashtag facts right there.
Not
Awesome.
not even 10% factually correct, but cool. I love the artistic interpretation.
That's where you go, not factually correct.
No, legal says I have to say that. The statute of limitations
Hey,
still
look,
hasn't passed. I'm like 70% of the bullshit.
Legal has been given the weekend off. Okay.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
Justice is blind right now.
Yeah. Jason,
Oh
cheers,
my
bro.
God.
That
Yes,
was
cheers,
seriously
cheers to that.
the best thing
Yeah.
cheers.
this year.
that was
I
fantastic.
You
listened
crushed
to.
it. You
Thank
crushed it.
Oh, wow. That's effort right there.
In fact,
Wow.
actually, Jason, in honor of you, I'm drinking Monkey Shoulder. I made a whiskey stone sour with Monkey Shoulder because I know last time
Nice.
you were on, you were drinking that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a beautiful one.
And he keistered that whiskey.
Oh, here, hold on, I'll show you the package I had to use. The
We're good.
keister.
We're good.
You'll
Which-
appreciate my
which
keystering abilities
package?
when I show you this thing. Hold on.
You're going to see both of them, by the way. Both packages.
Oh, we knew he pre-gamed.
That's it.
Because when you're 6 hours ahead or whatever it is.
Nice. Nice.
Oh my
Lots
lord.
of lube, lots of
My
lube.
lord.
I mean,
My lord.
It was a month of Friday nights practicing to get
I
this
can
out of the store.
imagine.
Yeah.
Look, I'm just saying, if we do see no evil, hear no evil, speak no evil, I get to do see no evil. I'm calling it right here. It's like shotgun. I call it.
That's
The
what I
rest of you can
I
fight.
describe in intimate detail what's happening.
That's right.
We're good.
He can
We're good.
he
Hear
can,
no evil.
he can ASMR that shit for
That's
you.
He can whisper it. There you go.
I'll draw the sweet nothings on your back and chest with my fingertips,
Okay. That's
or at least
fine.
that's what I'm going to tell
You'll
you.
think
They
it's your
are.
finger. His
I'll tell
fingertips.
you it's my fingertips, but you won't be able to see, so you won't know what I'm really using.
That's right. Do you
So-
see both hands? That's
That's
magic.
So, Jason, is this what you thought you'd be walking into when you were invited on our 100th episode?
Well, I've known Dave for a long time and seen what he wears under his clothes sometimes. So I'm used
Ooh.
to, intriguing things like this.
Yes.
Max jealous.
I know. I'm a little turned on right now. Look, I'm going to throw this out here real quick, though. So we're at what episode? This will be episode 100.
Yes, sir.
I
Because we're
love
doing
my-
a 100th celebration, that would make
Oh,
sense.
hold
wouldn't
on.
it?
That all checks out. That all
Yes,
checks out.
thank you.
carry the one. Yeah, it's 100.
Yeah, it's 100. Okay.
Fuck you. Look, I love my wife. She's listened to one episode
Total?
out of 100,
Ah.
and it was Jason's episode, and she loved it.
Nice.
So, Jason, you're never allowed at my house, by the way, because I'm a little worried. She's like, I loved one episode, and that was the one with Jason. So
That sultry voice.
that's it. That's got to be it.
There was clearly no video, all audio.
Yeah, so tell her she's been.
Well, look, I mean, there's not much to compare to here, right? So, I mean, the bar was set low.
Tell Miss Mackey's been hitting the gym.
That's
Yeah.
it. He's
There
ripped.
you go. No, I'm not telling her that.
And he can throw some sick beats. Look, the best part, I won't say the best part, but one of the funniest things about that is Grinch in the background with his beat.
Beatboxing.
Well, honestly, it kept going. I was like, shit, I gotta keep
He's
this
like, this is
up.
going to end soon. This will end soon.
No,
And then
I came for real. I heard Beyonce drop a new album, and I was like, I'm gonna press
Mhm.
this.
Mhm.
and we're going to take Beyonce out. This is going to go to the top of the charts.
Hey,
It's
we
gonna be
feel
like
you, dog.
Stranger
I
Things
do.
played it or something.
He went.
It's going to come out of the 80s and go
That's
back
right.
to the top.
We're Kate Bush in that shit.
That's right.
He went Eminem and 8 Mile. He's like, I'll fucking go acapella. I don't need you. Fucking turn the music off.
That was good.
Fuck it.
It's a good thing too, because I wasn't able to keep it up at times. I was laughing too hard.
Hey, listen, we don't need
It's
to know
okay.
about your personal
Not
problem.
keeping
Well,
it up. It
okay.
happens to all of us.
When I looked up and saw Thor ripen his eyes with his shirt,
I'm like, Jesus. I could not help myself. So,
and for those who don't see the video, this all kicked off with Haas showing us a shirt that said, "If you don't sin, what does it say?
if you don't
you
sin,
don't
I died
then
for
what
nothing.
did I die? I died
With an
for
image of
Picture of
Jesus in
Jesus.
profile.
Mm.
So, of course, our
Oh.
listeners are going to hear Jason's
Oh.
description about his paper, and then now that shirt
Hey,
Yeah.
we are Renaissance men. We can pivot from
That's
one
right.
to the other.
quickly.
I didn't hear any lightning hit Haas.
That's true.
Didn't
That's
see any
true.
lightning.
Still here
Yeah.
for now.
For now.
I keep
And
trying
we
to figure
know
out
if
what's
there is
gonna-
that other place, we're all going to be there together anyway. So
Yep.
we'll have
That's it.
company.
That's it.
with bourbons and whiskeys and gins and tequilas and
Absolutely. So, Jason, we had you on at the beginning of season 2. Super excited to have you then, kind of helping us. You were our first guest in season 2, so thank you for that. And definitely looking
amazing
forward-
episode.
definitely looking
I
forward
learned
to it.
so much.
Yeah.
Took away so much from that episode that I still relay to other people to this day. So thank you
Well,
for that.
I mean, I'll be honest. And Grinch, you were kind enough to bring Jason into the fold by inviting him onto the show. I tend to get educated by our guests, which is a benefit to having them on, which is why we wanted to invite them back for this 100th episode. And, I'm always looking forward to having people back. And, we've done a few guests a couple of times. But yes, absolutely, Jason, you were the things that you talked about in terms of Afghanistan at the time and now, what we may be looking at moving forward. I'm super excited about having you on. And hopefully, after this episode, well, I don't want to tease out too much, but yeah, we're definitely looking forward to having you on. So thank you, obviously, for being here and then hopefully being willing to tolerate us enough to come back.
I appreciate it. Those kind of discussions are always helpful to me. I mean, you can't beat the questions. I'm getting ready to go talk to the Marine Corps War College next month. And, and they were like, do you want a big room or a little room? I was like, I want small groups of people. I'll give it the class as many times as you want, but I want small groups so we can have real honest conversation. I think that's just, it works better. It's just such a good way to learn.
I swear, when it's like, oh, what are you doing next month? Going to talk to the Marine Corps War College. What are you doing? Nothing. Jesus Christ, man.
Makes you reevaluate your life, doesn't it?
Right? It's like, here's somebody that is doing something. And what am I doing?
Something, Jason, I don't know that I've ever actually asked you this is, obviously we served together, you retired a little ahead of me because you were prior enlisted. What was it specifically that got you into this pursuit, like the understanding of interfaith and you did your interpretation of the Quran?
Yeah, it happened. I was asked by our public library to speak about Afghanistan in 2015, right after I retired, or 2015, 16, right after I got out of the Army. And so I went in there and it was it was a small space, but it was full. And I started talking about Afghanistan. I gave them kind of the 20-minute version. And I said, all right, what are your questions? And every question was about Islam. Every question. No one cared anything about Afghanistan. In our 15th year in the country, like every question was about Islam. And I was like, I think I'm giving the wrong class. So I said, can I come back next month and talk about Islam? They were like, yeah. And that audience was standing room only. People literally packed to the door of the library with questions. And that just started off this path. I was like, well, I guess if I can explain it in a way that helps you understand it, I'll just do this as my nonprofit service. And so I just started traveling, Rotary clubs. I went to people's dinners. I went to churches, mosques, you name it, schools, radio shows, TV shows. It just kind of took off. So I suck at retiring and making money. It's been, I think I've paid to do this job, but yeah, it just kind of started from there.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, I if you'd said, hey, when we met the first time, what I've just predicted, and again, as I already mentioned to these guys, I suck at predicting anything. I wouldn't have been my first guess of what would have followed retirement. But speaking for myself as well, I didn't know I'd end up in this situation. So I get it. The life path is interesting for sure.
Yeah, I give everybody that advice when they retire. I said, don't have one job in mind. Take whatever comes your way and see what you like. You got one life. If you only peg yourself and I'm only doing this, if I don't do that, I'm not happy, then you're really not going to be happy. Few people live the dream.
Right. We're definitely meandering, but I think this is really interesting because I read, I forget who it was that said it, but he gave a speech at one of the graduations, during this last graduation season. And he said, one of the worst pieces of advice I've ever heard was follow your dreams. And he said, the problem I have with that statement is not the aspirational aspects of it. It's that there's no follow through of explaining how to monetize it and actually have a life. So that was kind of how he brought it back full circle of like, you can have these thoughts, but you need to have a legit concrete plan in place for how you might get there to create the income and opportunity to pursue.
You got to have it.
Right.
Nobody wants to eat ramen noodles at 35 years old living in mom's basement, or at least most people don't.
Yeah. Most intelligent people shouldn't. Exactly.
But as Thor mentioned, we teased it a little bit, but I think we're going to follow up with you. We'll talk about an article you've been working on. Absolutely. And as you know, we're all religious cynics, but that doesn't mean we're not intellectually curious as it relates to our world, and religion's a part of it. So I think
definitely enjoy listening to knowledge experts like yourself talk about the things that
without a doubt.
Yeah, I mean, it was hands down, your episode was one of my favorite, and definitely one that I learned a lot.
Here's another one I was going to ask you what your thoughts were, and this is somewhat admin, somewhat just straightforward question on air, is the reason I mentioned on text the other day about Miss Marvel is because they spend a fair amount of time talking about that line that was drawn between Pakistan and India and the divisions it created and the tension that's created by the British. That I think is something that a lot of people don't understand as well, as how the demarcation of the greater Middle East has led to it being the way it is today. And I think that would be another fascinating topic to dig into.
Yeah, that is. And that's something when I teach my Middle East 101 courses and South Asia courses, I get into the borders, and that's what we spend a lot of time in. Where the lines are drawn between population groups matters, and it causes a lot of problems. And it's all self-inflicted by humans. So it's not like those lines exist on any map. We've created that. So it's somebody sometime and making a bad decision and not talking to the locals. Be like, should we put the line here? No, you need to swing it around that village because those two hate each other. Just put them in a different country. That's probably better.
Wait, right. Humans making mistakes? Come on. Doesn't happen.
Seems to be the source of a lot
We're
of problems.
Infallible.
It's weird. It's really weird.
Yeah, but hold on. Humans also make booze, so
that's true. I mean, we know Ireland used to be a very futuristic country until they discovered whiskey, though.
That's all backwards.
Has everybody else also seen? We're going to talk some funny shit real quick. Thor, Love and Thunder.
Yes. No, I have not. I haven't seen it.
So it's just Jason and I. All right.
So good. No, I've seen it.
Oh no, Haas and I. Yeah, Haas, Jason and I. All right, you guys got to see it. It's freaking funny.
Solid 8.
I know.
Okay.
Another debate we might have to have is Marvel. They're good movies, Thor. They're good movies.
I'm down to clown.
Look, I don't have a problem with Marvel. I have a problem with running the superhero genre right into the fucking ground. That's my problem.
Well, then
we should talk about this like the 10th movie.
I agree.
No, hold on. Stop. Just don't go getting ahead of yourself. Okay, let's.
I'm going to get ahead.
Let's not
just like you're wrong about the chicken sandwich. This well ain't getting tainted by you.
The two of you sometimes y'all write these.
Well's about to get tainted.
Y'all write these alligator checks that your canary asses can't. Fucking mute me on our 100th
That's
episode.
called ultimate power.
Oh hell no!
He's gonna get the mouthfeel here.
I know where you live, sucker.
It's called ultimate power right there.
Next thing you hear, And he's just going to punch you in the nuts.
That's it.
Damn, dude. All right. Next time I see you, bro, we're good.
Okay. Look, the next time we have Jason on, I want an hour of just rap battle after what we just experienced.
Who's going to win that?
Who's going to
Well,
who's
Jason,
step up to
obviously
that plate?
Jason.
That's who's going to win that.
But doesn't mean I don't want it. We know who's going to win it. I apologize. We fucked up way at the outset of this, Jason. I apologize. Did you bring a drink today?
He mentioned
Yes.
it.
Yeah, he
Oh,
mentioned
he did.
the full. And he's
Yeah,
got
and
like
then
a
you just
full-
ignored everybody
like a
else.
full glass of
Oh,
gin is
shit.
what he's been sipping on.
And he
I
downed
knew
it.
it was gin.
He poured some out to his homies after he finished, downed it, smashed the glass. I don't know if you caught all that.
I
Like a
did.
true
Jason,
rock star.
I will admit, I didn't catch what gin you're drinking. So what gin are you drinking?
See?
Yeah, this is the Sutler's Gin out of North Carolina.
Okay. Sutlers. Okay. Is it good?
It's not bad. It's not aviation.
Okay.
You know, it's not Bombay, but it's pretty good. You know, gin gives me headaches now, but I had to have gin in honor of the Haasness legend.
Thanks, homie. I
Mm.
appreciate
So
it.
where is that brewed at in North Carolina? I guess it's not really brewed, distilled. Sorry.
It's like coffee.
Uh,
brewed.
It's looks like it's out of Winston Salem.
Okay.
Yeah. Man.
There we go.
It's brewed
There
in
we go.
like Easter. That's where it's brewed.
Well, that's good because that's where I live. So.
Thank
You know, and again, for all you listeners out there, if you'd like to go back, episode 203, season 2, okay, it was the Fall of the Republic, our Afghanistan failure with Jason Houck. Phenomenal episode, super educational.
100%.
He gives a lot of information about a number
Lot
of
of great
things that went
information.
on. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and maybe related to that, kind of a closer question is, you know, where do things stand now, Jason? I mean, I know you're helping a lot of folks trying to immigrate, you know, trying to flee the Taliban. And of course, we know the news has stopped talking about it. It's not in the news anymore.
Afghanistan. What's
Yeah,
Afghanistan?
My morning has actually been working on an asylum petition for a women's rights leader who had to flee the country and can't go back or she'd be killed. And so I'm working with some pro bono lawyers to help keep her here. It's the UN just put out a report. Amnesty International just put out a report. The Democrat-controlled Senate just put out a request to the United Nations, kind of a little punch in the nuts to Joe Biden. Hey, it's all jacked up over there. The UN needs to step in. This is the worst humanitarian disaster in the world. I mean, I think about half the population's in malnutrition. There are cholera outbreaks throughout the country now. The economy has just collapsed. The terrorists that are running the country are literally building, suicide bombing battalions in plain view and creating so-called police departments that are just, terrorists running around shooting people randomly in the street. It is worse than it was in the 1990s. So we have literally gone back to a worse point in history than Afghanistan has known. It's crazy that the world has just let it go that far. And we're getting ready to do a conference on it on September 1st at Georgetown. I run the Global Friends of Afghanistan. And we're going to talk about it for an entire day and stream it online and bring in people to talk about the evacuation, what needs to be done, resettlement, and what's happening in the country and how countries can help them, because it's just a catastrophe. And you can read it good in the foreign press. Lise Doucette just went over there from BBC, came out of Ukraine to go in there. So she just arrived. She's going to be covering it. You can read about it a lot in foreign policy right now. Lynn O'Donnell just got out of the country. She had to escape from the Taliban who held her hostage for reporting. So there's some stuff that's out there, but U.S. media, dead silent.
I mean, I would almost like to just have a part 2 of that, because you're right. I mean, you hear nothing about it in the U.S. anymore. I mean, it's almost like it's non-existent, and clearly there's still a lot of problems over there. It sounds like from just from the 2 minutes you just talked about it, right? And a comment you made that stood out to me. Sorry. Several shots
drinking.
Reaper, take the wheel.
Yeah.
Don't fear the Reaper.
Oh, fear the Reaper.
Fear the Reaper.
Was that
what was I talking about?
Yeah, what was I saying? Where are we going?
You said something about stuffing things.
Damn it, I was going to sound like all
Such an
smart and
asshole,
everything for a
dude.
second.
I was going to
God.
sound all impressive, and then you opened your mouth.
Yeah. Was that, as a superpower, the U.S. has to stand up to the bullies. And, have we just kind of washed our hands of it completely now? I mean, it certainly looked like we did when we left, and it sounds like we're not going to get involved in it at all.
Yeah, I don't. This administration absolutely will not. President Biden just does not like Afghans. He's been clear about that many, many times. He did not have good relations with any Afghan that he ever met, and so all the people that work for him, and most of them, owe their jobs to him in the senior positions that work on this topic. They're family friends of the Bidens, so they won't do anything that's going to make him look bad. If he wants to drop it, it's going to be dropped. Because they are very, very loyal to him. And that's what I found out afterwards. Everybody appointed that works on that part of the world is super, super loyal. They will not speak out. So
this is a constructive setup question, but it's going to be like the standard cynical American of if somebody says, why does Afghanistan matter to me today? What are your thoughts on that?
I think the main point is it's one of the most terrorist intensive neighborhoods in the world. And we left a base where we could have stayed to forward fight those folks. So now those terrorists have free reign, in a country the size of Texas to do what they did in the 1990s. Exactly what led up to September 11th is now taking place. We have no power or control or influence in there. And so the terrorist groups, Al-Qaeda is still tightly wedded to the Taliban like they were in the 1990s. All the setup is there for a repeat of them doing something crazy and shocking the world again and going on a rampage. We forget September 11th was followed by, attacks in Britain and attacks in Spain and other places. I mean, these groups, when they go on a roll, they hit globally. And I think that's what worries me the most is what is cooking in that terrorism cauldron. And we have no idea what it is. And the humanitarian disaster kind of just clouds it. We see people starving and people being shot and killed and mass graves. And so we're trying to deal with those things. We're not looking at what's happening under the surface.
Not until it comes back to haunt us.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's reminiscent of how we left in the 80s, right?
I mean, what is this whole
how can
history is deemed
us, right?
History is deemed to repeat itself. Here we go.
Yeah, that's
what was it? Here's your sign.
It's almost exactly how we left in the 80s as Russia left, and we kind of finally finished up in the early 90s and departed. It's almost exactly the same way. There's a little bit of a difference on who Pakistan is supporting, and they're the Taliban's much larger organization. And this time the opposition to the terrorists is much, much smaller. And so, last time there was a large opposition to the terrorist left, and so they could balance them for a while. But now there's none. I mean, it's almost minuscule. It's literally 10 guys go shoot Taliban overnight. That's the opposition. It's not like anybody's holding territory. It's just running around doing pot shots. So that is the scariest part for me. There's no opposition.
Speaking of that, do you have any hope that the U.S. or the UN or anybody will take a foot forward and kind of put something together moving
I don't
forward?
have any hope for it right now, unless there is some kind of a strike on a foreign country. Everybody is just absolutely exhausted with Afghanistan. That's what I try to tell Afghans. It's like, the world is exhausted. You're going to have to do it yourself and make the big dent and make the big change to get anybody to come on your side. They're just exhausted.
And I'm not, as we've discussed with DeLuca, I'm not like an arrogant American, but I will say this as it relates to any foreign foray. No other country has the logistics we have. And so if we're not doing anything, they're not going to do anything because they simply can't move the material, the resources to actually make a difference. And so therefore, kind of back to if I'm a Briton, if I'm an anybody else, like, why would I?
Right.
I'm just draining my own national treasure.
For what?
For you want to say for altruistic, pursuits, but we know that's not how nations operate.
Right. They always wanted to serve them.
That's an absolutely great point. I think that was the nail in the coffin for when the U.S. said we're leaving. The rest of NATO said logistically we can't stay. we can't do. You were the logistics backbone of that operation. If you leave, we're done. And so that was it for most NATO nations. We're like, I can't have 1,000 people forward. I can't even supply them, let alone do something with them. And, so
exactly.
It's always logistics.
Well, Jason, you know what? At the end of the day, we appreciate you being here. We appreciate you being in season 2. Definitely looking forward to you moving forward in the future, being back on the show. Hopefully you will be amenable.
Thank you, brother.
On.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Really.
Coming on, sharing a drink, sharing a rap about Haas. That was phenomenal.
Gold.
Absolutely.
How do we get that on iTunes, by the way, for download?
I've got it. I'm going to edit that.
That needs to happen.
Yeah.
God save the Queen.
Absolutely.
There might be some words left if you get it onto iTunes with the edits. I don't know if it'll make it to radio, but I do think I think that should be able to challenge Beyonce's album. That's my Renaissance rapper. I'm coming back. To my roots there.
Well, okay.
You said it earlier,
so
right?
Can
You're
we
gonna
agree?
Do what you love when you retire.
Can we agree here that 100% of the proceeds from that song will go to supporting the freedom of Afghanistan as a nation?
Absolutely. Any money from that song, I've got a great nonprofit that'll take that as a SEAL app and take on child malnutrition in Afghanistan.
Excellent.
See, Haas, I thought you'd be like, can we just agree that it'll all go to gin distillers worldwide?
Nah, bro. I mean, I got
manufacturing.
a soft spot in my heart for Afghanistan,
Look at you.
especially after speaking with Jason. Yeah, for sure.
You're a sweetheart. Well, Jason, thank you so much for being here. The second guest today, and we definitely look forward to many more with you. So thank you and cheers to you.
Yeah, thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers, all. Thanks for having me.
Yes, sir.
Thank you,
Absolutely.
sir. Appreciate
you. All right, gentlemen, as the
Solid
train...
gold.
That's right. As the that was fucking phenomenal.
God damn, that was fucked up.
For all you listeners out there, if you were hoping that we were going to be debating something today, we're not. It is all about us. It is all about celebrating 100 episodes. And again, and that's what I tried to elaborate on at the beginning, was 100 episodes is hard to reach for any podcast. The
Mac is down. I say again, the Mac is down.
And you've got a few more guests.
How many more guests do we have?
Enough. We've got enough.
I already told Doc, I was like, we're going to be a hot fucking mess by the time you get
brother.
here.
You're going to be the only sober one.
Yeah, he's bringing up the beer, right?
I told him, I was like, you wanted to close out with us? Oh, shit.
Real quick, before our next guest jumps in, I just wanted to say, I know I talked about 174 days was the average lifespan of a podcast. So the other thing I wanted to point out is our average downloads for 7 days, and this is how they gauge the success of a podcast. 7-day downloads. Our average for any 7 days is about 170 plus downloads in a 7-day average. If you release a podcast and it has 26 plus downloads within 7 days, it means you're in the top 50% of podcasts. Okay. If you have 72 plus downloads, it means you're in the top 25% of podcasts. More than 231 downloads, you're in the top 10. So right now we're falling between top 10, top 25%, right? So we're not doing bad.
Okay.
And I know that was, again, one of the things we talked about early on was, the success and how do you gauge success? And those are statistics in terms of what they use to gauge the success of a podcast. Mac, are you okay?
This poor fucker.
I'm good, man. What's up?
It's gonna be a
I gotta prep
day.
I gotta prep for next.
I also have to prep for the next drink. So, ladies and gentlemen, please stay tuned. We're going to take a quick break while we prep our next drink. We're in the second hour of the 100th episode celebratory podcast of A Spirited Debate, and we will be right back.
You fucking made it. You fucking made it. Four best friends who all zoomed in and made this podcast show. You fucking made it. You fucking made it. Thanks to 40 years of friendship and lots of alcohol. For a spirited debate. First you make the drink, then you drink, and you talk about the drink to the room. Then you get a little drunk and you talk about stuff with an unsuspecting guest and makes your spouse leave the room. 'Cause you fucking made it. You fucking made it. Congratulations on your 100th episode.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are in the second hour of A Spirited Debate, 100th celebratory episode. And we are once again joined by a new guest, none other than the incomparable Scruffy Gomez. Scruffy, how are you doing, brother? You are muted, so clearly doing well.
All right, he's hammered. I like it.
Let's try this again.
How
are you
are
doing?
you doing?
He's like, I was working. Now I'm not working. Look, we are coming off the rails slowly but surely.
Oh, here it goes.
You got me now?
Yeah. Hey,
yes.
hey, there he is. There he is.
There it is.
I'm hitting too many fucking buttons.
I'm like triple muted. Yes, Scruffy, thank you for joining us. It is our 100th celebratory episode. We are glad, as a former guest and hopefully a future guest, that you were kind enough to join us today. Love having you here. Thank you for being in the studio. How are you doing, brother?
Doing fantastic, gentlemen. How are you guys doing?
Well, we're drinking. What are you doing?
Some of us are better than others.
Hey, go ahead and cue up that next Reaper shot there, man. Keep your mouth shut. Know your place.
Look, Scruffy, I am so excited to have you. But goddamn it, can you drop?
Not excited about the show.
I don't know how many more of these fucking things
Matt,
I can do.
You know, when I talked to the missus about what you're going to do,
She said he's a fucking moron.
I did say that. And I said it reminds me of the scene from Zombieland when what's his name?
I stopped listening to you.
He gives him the shot and he goes, "Ha!" and flings it over his shoulder.
Right.
He's like, "Oh, you want another?" No, one and done. That's my rule. One and done.
That's it.
I can do that. So Scruffy, as everybody else is aware, so you're aware, I was an idiot and decided that I would do a shot of goat whiskey, Reaper whiskey, for every guest that joined us tonight. And so this is basically, goat whiskey infused with the Carolina Reaper pepper.
Mm-hmm.
The hottest
so
pepper.
In. This is number 3 for you, sir.
Hold on. You gotta wait till everybody's back in the studio.
Chicken butt.
I'm sorry. What does this? Okay, Haas.
Guess what? Chicken butt.
What does this say? Is that what it says? What does your
Guess
shirt
what? Chicken butt.
say? Okay. There we go. Okay. So, ladies and gentlemen, in case you missed it, we are joined by none other than Scruffy Gomez. And he was kind enough to join us in episode 57 from season 1, Lex Talionis, the death penalty debate. It was a topic he brought to the table. He came on and defended it. Maybe not well, because I think that's where the whole shovel debate started about.
I will bash your motherfucking head in.
With the shovel.
With a licensed shovel.
That's it. That's it.
With my concealed carry shovel.
Well, no, it's open carry shovel, right? You just put that shit right
Either,
on your head.
either.
Oh no,
That's the world we're in now. Either.
That's
Yeah,
it.
I took the class, so I can conceal carry that shovel.
Oh, you can. Okay, well, there you go. So why don't you conceal carry that shovel and take that fucking shot and shut the fuck up?
I already took the shot. Did you not see that?
I didn't. You're a liar. Shut up and take your shot, bitch.
Smack asked Gomez to drop off.
He's like, I don't want. Before Haas gets back, can you drop off so I don't got to take this shot? Little bitch.
Oh shit! Oh.
Scruffy showed up for the shot and only the shot.
Oh.
That's worse. You got to take it all at one time.
Yes.
What she said.
That's
Yes,
what she
you
said.
do.
That's what she
Absolutely have
Take
to
it
take
all
it
at
all
once.
at
It
one
is
time. It is Friday night.
said. Yes, it is. Thank
how's
you.
that? How's that mouth feel?
Coincidentally, Mac, I apologize. So you did a Kentucky Buck, and you said you've moved on. What else are you drinking?
I've moved on twice now. You
Okay,
pansy-ass
so what
motherfuckers.
did you move on to from the Kentucky Buck?
From the Kentucky Buck, I went to an Appleton Estate
Rum.
12-year rum, just
Okay.
over ice.
And then what was your third drink?
And now I've moved on to a margarita because I need something to cool
Wash down.
the Reaper whiskey.
Gotcha. All right, so let's go ahead and start with Scruffy. Mac, I appreciate it. Take that, you little bitch.
You are a man amongst men.
If you say so.
You are a man amongst Macs.
That's right, amongst Mac. So Scruffy, I apologize for whatever
Not at
that
all.
is. I do not envy his wife tonight.
I don't envy his asshole tomorrow.
Thank you. Scruffy, I imagine you are drinking, brother, and I'd love to know what you're having today. So what did you bring to the table?
I am, and as much as I wanted to try and do a Boulevardier for the 100th episode,
that's what I did. That was my first drink.
I couldn't get the ingredients in time, so I'm just doing a simple in honor of Haas, a gin and tonic.
Fuck people, man. Why is everything in
nice.
honor of Haas? I don't get it. What about in honor of me? Wait, do I even have a drink?
Are you the number one episode?
You're right. Good point. Well played. Touche.
Well, it's only the number one episode because, oh my God, the fictitious shit you guys put in that thing.
Hush you. Stop talking.
How could it not? How could it not say
everything that was
Erroneous?
said in that episode?
Allegedly.
Everything.
Erroneous, I say.
Allegedly.
All right. So we have
It's
Mac
allegedly erroneous.
Mac drinking a
You vehemently
margarita.
decrees.
Thank you. Mac drinking a
I do
margarita.
vehemently decree. Thank you.
Scruffy drinking a gin and tonic. Haas, are you sticking with what you started with, or have you moved on to anything
No,
else?
the first drink was the mojito in
Yes.
honor of Flash.
Yep.
The second drink was a monkey shoulder bourbon sour in honor
our
of
next guest.
Jason.
Yes.
This is a gin and sin in honor of Scruffy.
No, look at you, gin and sun. All right. There you go. Grinch, what about you, brother? You still sticking with your anal's envy?
I got some makers and Coke now.
Makers and Coke. That sounds familiar. Wait, let me throw my memory back. I believe that was
Yeah.
last
Yeah.
night. You were
Let's
drinking.
rewind
the
to
same
last night. Yeah.
That's right.
Yeah, is that of a red Solo cup?
I also decided
this is the good shit.
the good
Oh,
shit.
nice.
Okay,
Okay.
man.
Mhm.
In case you forgot, as you started drinking it,
It's
the
the good
cup
shit.
reminds you.
Yes.
In hour number 2 of a Spirited Debates 100th celebratory episode, I decided to change up my drink. I am going with a tequila sour. So it is the Terramana tequila from The Rock. Thank you, The Rock. We love you, brother. And then it is obviously lime juice, lemon juice, a little simple syrup, little egg white, which I left off because I'm not a fan. And then shook that up, poured it over ice. And so that is what I am having in hour number 2. In honor of Scruffy.
Cheers.
Thank you for being here.
what are
Cheers,
you-
gents.
Oh, cheers! But what are you drinking in honor of Mac?
Why does he need me to honor him?
You made a pact. I distinctly recall.
I was getting rid of Tennessee
Shot for shot.
Fire
Yeah, what happened
and
to shot for shot?
Fireball.
Yeah.
I'm not doing another shot. I'm not Mac. I'm not ending up like Mac. I have too much self-respect.
Take your Tennessee Fire and your whiskey, whatever. Your
I'm sorry.
Fireball or
I'm
whatever.
sorry. I did not
And,
agree
you
to
know,
do Reaper
go
whiskey
fuck yourself.
shots for
Put
every.
it in an enema and stick it up where the Friday night fun goes.
Again, as we talked about, that's a cinnamon disc.
It's a cinnamon disc.
You may as well be eating Big Red.
I vehemently decree that I did not agree. Wait, that kind of rhymes.
No.
I'll give Jason a run
What?
for his money. Give me a sick beat. I can throw. No, I did not agree to do shots for every guest that came on the episode. You did, and you were held to count.
Look,
for your
and I'm
action.
going to live up to what I said I would do.
Pick your
So
seat.
you came to the table with your pansy ass bullshit
And said I would get rid of these 2 useless alcoholics
Shot for
from my
shot.
bar. Yes. No, I didn't say shot for shot. I
There's some
said-
fine print for you.
That's it. Legal says go fuck yourself.
Hey, Mac.
Legal
I've
has
got
the
some
weekend
screwball
off.
whiskey in my freezer. Does that count?
Yes.
Exactly.
Yes, but
I
you
don't
have to
know,
do-
man. This Reaper
you-
whiskey's
you-
pretty
You got to do
brutal.
3 to catch up.
Okay.
3-1.
All right. Look,
Yes.
look, at the end of the day, let's move forward. We got Scruffy here. Let's move on. So we had Scruffy back in season 1, Lex Talionis, the death penalty debate. You know, Scruffy, thank you for being here.
Great
We
discussion,
do-
by the way.
Absolutely
I,
phenomenal.
for one, wasn't sure we'd have that much of a discussion on that topic, but it turned out to be a great one.
Absolutely.
I agree.
And that's been one of the interesting things because that has been one of our very popular episodes. Obviously not as popular as some other episodes, but it was a very popular episode. And so we appreciate you bringing that topic to the table. And again, being here today for our 100th episode because it is all about us.
Yeah.
So let's not forget that the focus is right here. So let's go ahead. Grinch, do you want to ask the question this time? I know it's all about,
I'd
you
like
wanna
to
ask.
actually.
Oh, you
if
want to
you don't mind.
No, actually, I think
Mind?
Grinch should do it. It should be
Okay,
Grinch.
Yeah, no, I don't
Yeah,
trust
Grinch.
you. I don't trust you.
Yeah, it should be Grinch. So go ahead
I
and
mean,
ask
the
the
key-
guest our question.
The key question
I want to ask it.
is, go ahead, man.
What are we talking about?
You're drooling.
What is your favorite episode, and why
Oh.
is it the Legend of the Haasness Monster?
No, but see, fucker. God damn it.
Look, I think I just creamed in my shorts a little bit. That was
What when
so
he
much
asked
better when
he
Grinch said
asked
it.
you cream in your shorts when I
Yeah,
asked you like
that was so
you
much
asked.
better.
I'm done with you.
mean,
Favorite
you know-
episode.
You know, this is all fact that we spun. I mean,
No.
we've known this man
I mean,
for
I can
40
back it
years.
up. I can back it up.
You
I've known
better
him
shut
for-
the.
Thank
No,
you.
you cocksucking motherfucker. No, you cannot back it up.
I've known him my entire life.
That's
So,
true.
I was
That's
gonna say.
true.
I was gonna say we're
Yeah.
gonna get the truth now.
Yeah,
That's right.
Yes.
Shit,
Did he in fact?
Don't you be lying for them. Don't be
Did
lying
he
for
in
them.
fact
Hey,
run on a beach?
Thor, do we
in
need to
Panama
mute him
City?
again?
What's that?
So, I mean, as you reflected on all those funny stories of Haas, I mean, which ones are really near and dear to your heart?
But you left out some good ones that we'll have to come back to.
Shut up.
Circle around,
Legal
do a whole
says you
nother
have to shut
podcast
up.
on. They were all really great stories. But the Panama Beach City stories are probably my favorite ones by far.
Yeah, most of those are true.
Running on the
I
beach.
was like, don't
I
you
thought you
fucking
guys-
say those aren't
you guys-
true.
Hold on. You guys left out the part that he was nude on the beach with a dildo in his ass.
Oh, see, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it here first.
I'm sorry. I think I just threw up a little bit. That wasn't from the Reaper whiskey.
He was prerequisite for Friday nights in the future. He was getting ready.
Friday
Come
night
off the
training.
rails.
Admittedly,
He was
we
pre-gaming
didn't
then.
see the pattern that early, but now it
Yeah.
all makes sense.
It wasn't a dildo, though. It wasn't a dildo. Nope.
So I want to ask.
Police
I wanna ask-
baton.
I want to ask Scruffy a
Nope.
question. So, Scruffy, you've known us for a number of years, 30 plus years. So, we asked early on, we asked our very first guest, and I want to ask you, did you think, knowing us, that we would make it to our 100th episode?
Yes.
Yes. Okay,
Absolutely.
why?
Because you guys just have a natural chemistry because you've known each other for so long that finding things to talk about was never going to be an issue. And I don't know that it was ever going to be so much as a debate as it was going to be more a discussion. But I never thought you guys would have a problem finding stuff to talk about. And honestly, as much as all four of you like to talk, I never thought you would have a problem filling an hour.
Throw in getting drunk.
Yeah.
A
I mean, you
spirited,
throw
dis-
booze in.
a
That's fair.
spirited discussion
fair
doesn't sound that
enough.
impressive, though.
Fair enough. So that's a very great and valid point you make.
Scruffy,
Somebody-
I got a question for you though.
Okay,
Mhm.
go for it. Oh,
What are
him,
some
not
of
me.
your
Sorry.
for those that don't know, Scruffy spends a lot of time on the road. What are some of the crazier things you've dealt with in your line of work or you've observed dealing with? Because you don't do long haul, right? I mean, not
anymore.
technically, right? Okay.
Not
You
anymore.
did long haul for what? 2 years? 2.5 years?
About 4.
4
About
years.
4.5 years.
Sorry.
Yeah.
And
So-
I want to kind of add on top of that real quick. Is the trucker bomb a real thing?
Yes.
Okay,
Is the what?
the
The
trucker, bomb.
What the
Mhm.
fuck is that?
Oh, if you don't know, just wait. Well, I'll show you one when I come down in September.
Okay.
with a bottle of the Reaper.
Okay, trucker bomb.
All right. Is this some inside baseball? What is this?
Yeah.
Have you never heard of the trucker bomb?
No.
Oh, okay.
No?
I'm gonna
Educate
Like a
me.
ask
self-licking
Scruffy to
ice cream
describe it.
cone. I've never heard of it.
No, a trucker bomb is the bottle of trucker peas in and throws out the window at drivers he doesn't like.
Okay. Yes. Well, there's a version of that in the military. Because when you're, it's about you. Go ahead.
So to get to your question, the craziest thing I've ever seen is a wrong way driver.
Oh shit.
Doing 65 on a freeway and having a truck come 65 or 70 the opposite direction in the left-hand lane while you're in the right-hand lane. That's the craziest thing I've ever seen. That was insane.
Yeah, that probably got your attention.
Yeah. At the time, I still smoked cigarettes, and I think I pulled over and smoked half a pack in 10 minutes. It was crazy. I've seen it all, man.
I continuously go, nothing will ever surprise me. And then somebody does something and I'm like, well, that's interesting. That's new. I work a majority of my time in California, Southern California to be specific. And those idiots just find ways to surprise me every time I go there. It's an interesting job in the fact that you just never know what you're going to see from a day-to-day basis. I mean, you could drive the same route 10 times and 9 out of 10, you're going to see a completely different situation every time. I've seen just recently, I was driving through Nevada and I had a Lincoln Town car tried to pass me on the left-hand side. Didn't realize that there was a car and an 18-wheeler. It was a 2-lane highway in the southbound lane. So in order to miss a head-on collision, he goes onto the shoulder of the southbound lane, somehow miraculously maintains control while he passes both the car and the 18-wheeler, comes back into the southbound lane, loses control, spins out in front of me, and crashes into the freaking shoulder on the northbound lane.
I can only imagine. I can't stand drivers in my 10-mile radius. I couldn't imagine dealing with that shit day in and day out. Yeah. I mean, as a driver, truck driver, what are some of the things you wish people fucking understood?
That I can't stop on a dime.
Right.
I cannot stop on a dime. I'm an 80,000 pound vehicle going 65 miles an hour. It takes me in good conditions on dry roads over a football field to stop from 65 to 0.
That's crazy.
And you're going to pull over in front of me doing 70 and then slam on your brakes and expect me to be able to stop without hitting you? Yeah, good luck.
Just tell me this. As a kid, one of my movies was Over the Top. Do you participate in arm wrestling competitions as a truck driver?
Not at all.
You can just ignore him at this point.
Because I have some respect for scruffing.
No comment. I thought that was a documentary.
I know he does participate.
But that's not what they call it out here. They're not called arm wrestling contests.
So
they're called ball tugging contests.
I was going to say, I feel like we're getting set up here. Like, so what are they called out there?
Look, I loved that movie as a kid. Sylvester Stallone. If you haven't seen it, he's a long haul truck driver, and he participates in arm wrestling competitions against.
It's for his daughter.
Right.
Look,
son.
At the end of the day,
whatever.
This could have been the straw that broke the camel's back. This could have ended the friendship.
But
no, that's it.
Oh,
I mean, that's it. I mean,
the fact let that linger.
That you remembered and brought up that movie specifically.
Oh, Mac.
I don't know,
love you
man.
so much.
It's in my Hulu favorites. What do you mean?
So is everybody on the same radio net? And what do you guys talk about when you're cruising down the highway?
Do you have a name on the road? Do you have like a call sign or whatever?
It's Rubber Ducky.
A handle.
It's a handle. Thank you. It's a handle.
I do not, because the CB is not widely used anymore, mainly because cell phones. About the only time you hear anybody on a CB is if you're stuck in traffic for some reason. And then everybody's just talking bullshit.
Good to know. But in a bubble, if CBs were still a thing, what would be your handle?
Would it be Scruffy?
Well, my handle would be Dogs Fan.
No. It'd have to be Scruffy Gomez. You dirty Sanchez looking motherfucker.
It's not, though.
Dogs Fan.
No.
Or when you
I
had
approve
the long
this
hair,
message.
I will send out pictures later.
Trucker Jesus.
When you had the long hair and long beard, Trucker Jesus. Swear to God, you look like that motherfucker.
I'm thinking 15-inch baguette. That's what I'm going with. Look,
it's more like 3-inch mini roll.
There you go. At least he's honest. At least he is honest. Gotta appreciate.
Look, this is the perfect opportunity to tell the story. You've listened to the story, the story of the Haas Nest monster.
He can't get it right. Keep drinking.
I'm going on mute. Fuck you guys.
I'll help you with that.
Take your ball and go home.
Oh, shit.
I honestly, Scruffy, I don't know what he was going to ask.
I don't know
you.
either. I was like, what was this question?
There you go.
I wish he had
I think-
stood up and Chris Farley'd that shit and
Yeah,
just
yeah.
fell out on
I'm,
the
on
floor.
I'm on the edge of my seat.
God, I'd have died. I would have died.
He just fucking left. You know, the problem is we've been drinking for an hour and a half and Scruffy hasn't. So he's just kind of like nodding like, okay, cool.
Hold on,
Yeah,
you're
I'm-
making assumptions. You're making assumptions.
You're right. I apologize. I did do that.
Are you settled in for the weekend?
I am settled in. Yeah, I got home at about 9:15 this morning.
At the
That's
end of the
true.
day, Scruffy, we appreciate you being here.
Absolutely.
And again, it's one of those things where we're looking forward to having you on in the future as we move on in our episodes. And one of the things we talked about at the outset of this entire episode was we have kind of eclipsed what the average lifespan of a podcast was. I mean, we've made it 700 days plus 16,000 plus downloads. Are we setting any benchmarks in terms of our episodes? No. All right. And we knew we weren't coming into this going, oh, we're Joe Rogan level, but we are we're between the top 10, top 25% of podcasts in terms of our downloads. So, I mean, we're making progress. We're doing well. None of us are going to be quitting our day jobs at any point in lieu of, being able to do this. But, we do enjoy what we do. We enjoy getting together week in and week out. We enjoy having guests on, such as yourself, when you bring a poignant topic to the table, like the death penalty, because that's a big one. And it is a very divisive type of topic. And so we do appreciate you bringing that to the table and being willing to come on and debate with us. And I mean, you know us, for an extensive period of time. So it was one of those that surprised me because I wasn't sure how anybody was going to kind of fall out with that one in terms of where everyone would be. Mac, are you okay? I don't mean to pivot, but
Yeah, I'm fine. I just have to go drain some of the Reaper whiskey and then count how many more guests we have left.
enough.
Well,
we've got
Just
enough.
take it a guest at a time. Guest at a time.
That's right. That's all you can do, brother.
Hey, Mac, that's the Reaper whiskey, not a UTI, by the way.
I don't know. They both burn, man. They both
That's it.
burn. Look,
That's it.
look, funny story. So,
Good segue.
yeah, I went to visit
UTI to a
Haas.
funny story.
Yeah, I went to visit Haas in Vegas one summer with Thor, and came back pissing fire. And turns out I had a kidney stone. Wife swore up and down. She's like, "You went out there and fucked a bunch of whores and came back with some damn
Like you do in Vegas.
like
mean,
you do in
you know.
Vegas, right? You know,
What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. No, we
Except-
did not.
except
didn't.
for a venereal disease. That shit will follow you home.
That shit follows
Yeah,
you
it
home.
keeps on giving.
But thankfully, it was just a kidney stone.
Uh-huh.
How did we get to that point?
And hold on, hold on.
Thankfully.
And the money you paid the doctor to tell your wife that it was a kidney stone.
That cost a lot.
You do what you got to do, brother. You do what you got to do.
It's Dr. Scruffy Gomez, MD.
Proctologist.
It's-
Where do I
it's-
put my pants? Right next to mine.
Hey, look, I'm curbing your ass with no hands.
That's an appropriate Friday night joke. I like it.
For all you listeners at home, if you thought this was going to be a debate today, I apologize. Let me go ahead and do that now. 'Cause it's
Yeah,
not.
there's nothing to debate. The legend of the
nothing to
hospice
debate. It's
monster
a-
is fact.
Right. It's 100th episode. We're celebrating the
God,
legend of the
Grinch.
Haas Nest Monster.
Swear to God,
Hey,
dude.
I don't
I'm gonna
understand,
cuddle-
Haas. At
I'm
the end
gonna
of the
cuddle
day,
you so hard the next time I see you.
I'm going to color you until you stop breathing.
at the end of the
And
day,
I'm gonna
Haas,
whisper sweet, sweet happy birthdays into your ear while I do it.
you are the most popular episode, brother. I mean, you got to take that for what it's worth. I mean,
Well,
that
because
speaks
it's
volumes.
all bullshit.
Doesn't
Well-
You
matter.
guys just lied for an hour.
What?
No.
What?
Wait a minute. Scruffy's
You
already
already
said that's not
admitted to
true.
the Panama.
God damn it,
escapade.
fine. Some of it was true.
There,
Some of it.
there it is. There it is.
Just some.
At least 30
Scruffy,
minutes of it is
Scruffy.
true.
Stop
American
it.
news will only say Haas admits to storylines
That's
of
right.
the legend of the Haasness monster.
We don't implement the Fairness Act here, okay? It's not about fairness,
No.
okay?
You weren't
About
there.
entertainment.
You weren't present for the
That's it.
episode.
Look,
This is what happens.
But
when
seriously,
you aren't
Scruffy,
present.
but Scruffy, I know, and that's my fault. Scruffy, what is your favorite episode though? Because a lot of people don't know that you know us, you and I are related, and you are a religious listener to the podcast. So seriously,
I am
though,
indeed.
what is your favorite episode?
My favorite was I for the life of me, and I apologize to the gentleman, senator from West Virginia, Grinch's friend.
Richard Ojeda.
Ojeda.
He will be
Ojeda.
joining us
That-
later.
He will be joining
us
us
later.
tonight.
That was my favorite episode. That dude is a fucking firecracker. He don't give a
Yeah, he
shit.
was
He
fun.
does not give a shit. He don't care.
Exactly. And for all of those that may be confused, that is episode 262, Rage Against the Machine, the State of American Politics, where we had Major Richard Ojeda, U.S. Army, retired.
Yeah,
Look,
Major, yeah.
hold on.
Absolutely.
The fact
Yes.
that you can fire off statistics like this clearly means you have not been drinking enough.
What are we talking about? Who? Me?
You.
What, because I can tell you
What do you
what
mean you?
episode-
Who are we talking about? We're talking about you.
I didn't give a statistic. I didn't give a
Okay,
statistic.
maybe-
I gave a fucking episode.
That's a
It's
fact.
episode 262, Rage Against the Machine. Great
The
band,
same
by
as
the
a
way.
I'm
statistic.
glad you like that. I think, yeah. I mean, I think we understand that we enjoy having guests,
Yes.
especially once
It
a month,
elevates-
twice a month. It's nice. It gets us
Yeah.
out of some comfort zones.
And
Which
it elevates
which-
the show.
Look here, masturbators. I mean, the truth of the matter is getting out of comfort zones and pushing limits is what we should all be doing on a daily basis. And it's done best, especially on Friday nights, with the help of others
Yes.
and
And
a
lube.
skosh amount of lube.
Look, it's what we've talked about since the outset
It's
of this
probably
show.
just simply sneak in with lube.
Oh, he
Yes.
did
I love that. That's
on
fantastic.
a Friday night. He sure did. Mhm.
Look, at the end of the day, it's what we talk about on this show is spirited debate. It's about starting a conversation and allowing the masturbators out there in the world to go out, determine how they feel about the topic, and continue the discussion. That's all it's about. Haas, I don't even know what you're doing. You're okay.
He's lubing
Grinch
that
doesn't
shit
like
up.
squirting. Can you please stop that? Grinch is coming back. Do not squirt. He's not a fan of the squirting. But for all you masturbators out there, that's ultimately what we're about. We're about starting a conversation that you then take out into the world and you continue on your own. You decide how you feel about the topic that we bring. Maybe it's the one that we're talking about here. I'm not talking about here, but that Scruffy brought to the table, the
Yeah,
death penalty.
pretty serious topic.
Yes, it's a huge topic, and maybe you decide, how do I feel about it, and then you carry that topic on into the world, and you continue to have that discussion. That's all we're trying to do. We're not trying to solve any problems because we realize maybe we can't, but we're just trying to start the conversation. And Scruffy, we always appreciate listeners like you coming on the show, being a guest, obviously in the past, and continuing to do that as we move forward. So thank you so much.
Yeah,
brother.
we'll definitely have to do a much lighter topic next time, though, for sure.
Do you have one in mind?
I off the top of my head, I do not.
No? Okay. Well, you know what? If you
Slacker.
come up with one, you let us know.
I think we've got one for him. Vaginal squirting.
I mean, it's not.
Vaginal squirting. I like it. Grinch is a huge fan.
Fuck off with that shit. Just fuck off with that
Hey,
shit.
Grinch.
No.
Hey, Grinch. Hey, Grinch.
It's not a talent.
Hey,
It's
Grinch.
not,
It's not a
no.
talent.
No.
What do you mean it's not a
It's
talent?
not a talent.
What did you just spray? What the fuck was that?
Wait,
You
what do
don't
you mean
wanna
it's
know.
not a talent?
It's not a talent. It's
I don't know,
no.
bro.
Look, hold on,
No.
hold on.
Vaginal.
Look how
No,
wet-
no,
look
no, I
how
will
wet
not
am
hold on.
now.
I am
Porn
anti-
stars the
I'm just
world
saying.
over
I'm
have
anti.
made a living off
My
Can
it.
you
forearm
do
is
it?
now oversaturated.
Because if you can't do it, then it's a talent.
Hey,
The virtual slipping.
have you ever
slide,
been to
bro.
Disney World? Because I'm going to take you to Splash
That's right.
Oh, that's great.
You better wear your goggles.
All right.
Love you, Scruffy.
That's absolutely
brother.
right, Scrubby. Thank you for
Thanks for
being
being
here.
here,
Yeah,
Scrubby.
thank you so much.
Thank you for
being
doing
here.
the show.
Thanks for
appreciate
getting
listening.
booze moved across the country for these gentlemen.
That's
Absolutely.
absolutely 100% right. For all of you people out there, please go back and listen to episode 57 from season 1, Lex Talionis, the death penalty debate. Listen to what Scruffy brought to the
Great
table
one.
in terms of the death penalty. It was a phenomenal one. Looking forward to doing more in the future, Scruffy. Thank you so much for being here. We appreciate you. We love you. And we will do this again.
I mean,
Thank
we,
you guys. Love
we
you guys too.
marginally like you.
We'll see you on the battlefield.
That's right.
You fucking made it. You fucking made it. Four best friends who all zoomed in and made this podcast show. You fucking made it. You fucking made it. Thanks to 40 years of friendship and lots of alcohol. For a spirited debate. First you make a drink, then you drink a drink, and you talk about the drink to the room. Then you get a little drunk and you talk about stuff with an unsuspecting guest and make your spouse leave the room. 'Cause you fucking made it. You fucking made it. Congratulations on your 100th episode.
Okay. Hour number 3. Drink number 3. We
Shot
rock and
number
roll.
4.
Shot number 4. All right. Oh, look at that.
Damn it, I was hoping he didn't.
There he is.
Oh. Look
got
at
the
this
beard.
esteemed gentleman,
That's right.
this wise gentleman that has joined us.
Right on time, I might add.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Actually, you're a minute early. Can you leave and come back?
I could. But if I leave, I'm not coming back. So make up your mind.
That's fine. No, stay. Stay. Please stay. All right.
Oh.
Ladies and gentlemen.
Max already disappointed.
Ladies and gentlemen, hour number 2 of A Spirited Debates 100th
Oh.
celebratory episode rolls on. We are joined with none other than Tyler Martinolich, the Tampa Bay's film commissioner and host of Loose Framing Podcast. Sir, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great, guys. Congratulations on 100 episodes.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
We
Yeah,
weren't sure we were going to be here, but here we are. So
As
we've
someone who
arrived.
started his own podcast, I am thinking about throwing in the towel at 15. So congratulations to you guys.
You did it because of us, didn't you?
Yeah, congrats to you for kicking off
I
one
did.
as
I had
well.
so much fun.
Yeah.
I was like, I want to be miserable and drink on camera, so let's start my own.
Did you really?
No, I didn't. But
Okay, good.
We would
yes.
have never been the wiser if you had never said anything.
Yeah, if you'd said anything different. So yes, we are joined today by Tyler Martinolich. He is the number 4 guest on our show today. If you aren't sure, please go back and listen. But technically, for A Spirited Debate, it is episode 13 because we run a sister podcast in Liquor and Leagues, but it would be listed as episode 20. Lost in Translation, an evening with Tyler Martinolich. That was the first episode. It was also the first guest we ever had on the show. So Tyler, thank you for being the inaugural guest.
Thank you indeed.
I didn't actually realize I was your first guest. So
You were.
I'm
And
flattered.
some might say the best.
The best.
Oh,
Because you
I
have
might
such
put the
great
bar really
taste
low
in
and then
movies.
you just cratered from there.
The
And then-
best.
But hold on. At the end of the day, Die Hard is not a Christmas movie. I don't care what
Go fuck
anybody
yourself.
says.
Yes,
Shut
it is.
up.
Goddamn.
Shut up.
As long as you agree Tombstone is the best movie, I'm willing to concede Die Hard.
Okay.
Tyler, don't start.
You gotta
Encourage him.
Feud him.
Don't encourage him.
Feud him.
This sets a bad precedent. No.
Tyler is
Negative.
by far the smartest guest we've ever
Oh,
He's the
And
smartest
funny,
person in the room.
funny
Got it.
you say that.
So he was our very first guest on episode 20. He also then followed up in episode 55, an instant classic, another evening with Tyler Martinolich. Tyler, thank you so much for being here. We appreciate you.
That was a
You're
fun
welcome,
discussion.
Taking
So
was a
great
very
to see
fun
you
discussion.
again. Yeah, and that's
I know-
a phenomenal
I know it's called
beard
Spirited
you got
Debate.
going.
Oh, thank you for coming in. But I'll just pretend this is vodka and not the water it actually is. I'm actually painting the outside of my house, so this gave me an excuse to enjoy the AC for 30 minutes. So
Nice to be able to come in.
thank you.
Not doing
Clutch.
anything.
Well,
I
then
got to imagine in the Florida area that you're looking for any excuse to come and see.
I
man.
think the feel like right now outside is like 114. So yeah, that's
Yeah,
ridiculous.
when you feel like you can cut through the air as you're walking
right.
around, you
That's
know, that's just
it's like,
golly.
I'm
Look.
not painting my house. I'm painting the humidity that's around my house.
Yeah, see,
Hold on.
yeah, that's the funny thing, Tyler.
Hold on.
One of us does not have AC.
Oh,
He's living in the Europe.
That's right.
yeah.
Yeah, it's not fun.
The fan is actually under the desk, blowing into his crotch just to cool him off.
What I've done is I've inserted a fan into a butt plug, right? And I've put said butt plug. Yeah.
Why? Why'd you go there?
Why?
All the places you had to go there.
See, this is how you know all these stories about him are true.
Oh my God, no, they're not. You fuckers.
But you know what? We should. Mac,
Tyler.
Hey.
No, look.
How you doing?
Mac,
Okay,
are you
I'm hydrating. That's how I'm doing. I'm actually doing pretty good.
Well, so note to self: we're going to keep you longer so you can have more vodka and stay in the AC.
That's it.
But before we get to that, Mac's got to for every
He's got
guest,
something he needs to accomplish.
For every guest, Mac has a task in your honor.
That's right.
Oh, okay.
So
Yeah.
Mac, for whatever reason, Mac,
Because he's an idiot.
Yeah. I would agree with that. He has agreed to do a shot of Reaper whiskey, and that is whiskey infused with the Carolina Reaper pepper.
It's pure death. It's pure death.
Why would you do that to whiskey? Why would you do it to yourself?
There's a lot of open-ended questions there, right? I mean, I don't know, and I can't answer any of them.
He's
common sense.
You know,
I'm waiting.
Hey, Tyler, he's committed to his craft.
That's right.
He is a method podcaster.
I'm a method podcaster.
He's a method podcaster, so he is all in.
He's done 3. This is the 4th one. Go ahead, Mac. Throw it back.
For the love of Pete. Oh, for the love of Pete. Oh, for the love of Pete. Mac, buddy. Oh, Mac.
Oh, that's worse than a Malort face. Oh my gosh.
And Tyler, this is how you know you are madly loved and respected here.
You've arrived.
I appreciate your paying for my entertainment, so thank you.
Yes.
We appreciate it too.
Yeah, we do. Thanks, Mac.
Oh my
You're the
Lord.
best.
So I pretty much assume that's what 114 degrees outside tastes like in the throat.
Is it to use the classic phrase? Is it like licking the sun?
That's right.
You know what it tastes like? It tastes
like
like if you're giving head
I'm
to the
giving
devil.
head to the sun.
Right, and he jizzed down the back of your throat. That's
Look,
probably
okay. Hold on, I can't even.
Gentlemen.
See, I told you, Tyler. All those stories are true. All those stories are true.
At some point, we would
Do you
like.
hear this, man?
They're not true.
We'd like to invite Tyler back, gentlemen. So let's dial it back a bit. Okay.
So Haas.
Yes.
No
I
ice or
I
no
like
water.
Tyler, and I want Tyler to come back. I'll behave myself.
Off the rails already. It's only
And we
been
do,
6 minutes.
and Haas, we do love the shirt.
Tyler, thanks. Yeah.
The
Oh, the
Club.
Hellfire Club there, right? All right. Little
Outstanding.
Stranger Things stroke.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Have you literally changed your outfit for every guest?
I have. In
Yes,
honor
you
of
have.
every guest, I have changed my beverage and my shirt. Yes.
So what do you?
I
The
clearly
commitment.
picked.
It's amazing.
That's right.
I clearly picked the wrong challenge. I should have gone with T-shirt, not Reaper whiskey.
That's right. That's right. That's
Hey,
on you, brother.
Well, here's an important question, Tyler. 3 of us fell on one side of this topic. One of us, Haas, fell on the other. Is method acting bullshit?
So someone who's been on set with a method actor, and I will not say who that particular method actor was.
Jared Leto. No.
It is insane. That is the only way to describe the idea and the principles behind method acting. The fact that you want to be addressed a certain way and pretend like the fantasy just continues after you yell cut, to me is insanity. This particular actor wanted us to call him by his character's name constantly. He would talk in a very specific way. I started dancing around the actual movie.
Okay, hold on. I gotta ask.
No,
Why
mute
is that a
him,
problem?
mute him.
Why is that a problem? If you're being paid a bunch of money to help,
Because it's annoying as shit.
so
for everybody
help
else.
an artist.
No,
propel
no,
their
no.
art. I don't.
Let's hear him out. He's our guest.
Let's hear him
I know.
out,
I
because
just
he's smarter than
You're
us.
right. You're
Here's
right.
my,
I'm
well,
sorry.
this is not
I
a very smart
apologize.
answer,
I
but
apologize.
my answer. Fuck you, I paid you, do the job. Like that
And that is the right answer.
and that's
Yeah,
and
but
I'll
that's
tell
his
you,
process to do the job.
oh god, it's stuff to process. There are so many good actors out of different schools who come on, and they can be drunk as a skunk, and you yell action, and all of a sudden they're in character immediately. They know their lines are good. You yell cut, and they're back to being drunk and an asshole. But they, for that one little brief moment, they're fantastic in front of the camera. That is a professional. They show up, they do the job. I don't go into work and pretend, get motivated. Like, I can't boss today because I'm just not feeling up to it, and expect my crew surrounding me to all of a sudden, oh no, you're the best boss. Go out and be more bossy. It doesn't work like that. No one does
hold
that.
on. Your average actor or actress is not the boss. The director and the producers are the boss. They're just an employee, just one of the cogs, in the process. One
But
of the
his
wheels.
point still stands.
No.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, legal says it does. At the end of the day, I'm
Plus,
actually
they'll get rid of a director quicker than they will a actor.
an
So
actor,
the
right?
entire
fair enough. I
financing
didn't know
structure behind a movie is entirely predicated on the actors themselves. So the moment a actor leaves, the financing for the movie collapses immediately. So they are actually the most important person on the set outside of the person who actually stroked the check to make it. So everything will be sacrificed in their name. And which means there's a lot of people who act like pricks under the guise of being a method actor to people on set who are just trying to do their job.
Okay, then let's frame it. Hold on. You're right. Okay, fine, Grinch. Make the faces and point the fingers.
Wait.
I have a follow. No, we haven't had
being a
Tyler
method
on.
actor
this
right
is
now.
a spirited
I'm
debate.
sorry.
I
Okay,
like
hold
this.
on.
With
Hold
that
on.
being said, are there method actors or actresses you've met that are stars at that craft or stars at that particular niche of their craft where you could see the value behind what it is they're doing?
No.
I sent you
Thank
the
you.
check, bro. The check's in the
hold on.
mail. I sent it to you. I'm sorry you haven't received it yet.
I'm going to give you an actual story. This actually happened, okay? And this will show you how bullshit method acting is. So again, I won't say who the actor was, but in this particular movie, he was playing a wheelchair-bound individual, right? So he wanted to always be in the wheelchair. He wanted to feel the discomfort of it. He wanted to be addressed and treated as if he was, I don't know what the PC term is, handicapped. He has a disability, right? Now, this person in real life can walk no problem, has no difficulty getting around. So from the majority of the movie, he continually wanted to be bound in a wheelchair and talked down to people, was rude about things, slowed down the production itself because he couldn't get from point A to point B very quickly in the wheelchair, but he demanded he stay in the wheelchair. Up until a woman with very large chest wanted his autograph. And immediately, all of the pretenses, all of the bullshit disappears immediately. Dude stands up, whips out a pen, and signs her cleavage. No problem. Happy as hell. Great time. Goofing with her, flirting with her. And the minute she finishes and leaves, he goes back to being a crotchety old asshole in the wheelchair. Right?
Look,
It is bullshit.
I'm just glad it was a pen that he whipped out. So
I have no defense to that, to be honest.
Okay. All I'm going to say is after listening to Tyler expand on that topic, I regret that we didn't have him on that episode.
we should have had him on for that.
Episode
we can
257.
we can revisit that.
Episode 257 is their method to the madness, where we discussed method acting. I'm actually
Why
irritated.
didn't we have him on?
I
We should
know.
talk to our producers about that.
Well, and
Fucking slap somebody.
Tyler, so the setup to that was
Mads Mikkelsen.
the interview with Mads Mikkelsen, where he said it was bullshit, and then
and I thought that was going to cause like this huge Twitter storm of other actors coming to the rescue of method actors defending their methodology, and it was the complete opposite. You saw people come out of the woodwork saying, "Screw method acting! It's dangerous. It's libel. It treats the crew poorly. It slows production down." Like there was so many people that I never would have thought would come out against method acting did. And I think it's just been one of these little secrets around Hollywood that they tolerate certain people who are method actors simply because they're box office gold, right? So if this person is attached to the movie, it's going to do well. So you tolerate him being a jerk on set or his little weird proclivities, with the exception of Jared Leto, who just tanks every movie he's in. So I don't know why anyone gives him the rope.
Stay
he
in your
has.
lane, bro. Stay in your lane.
So I don't know. I'm sure there's someone out there I'm not thinking of who is a method actor who probably needs it to get into his craft. But there's 10 others that are fine doing it otherwise.
And correct me if I'm wrong, though. And Thor, you may have been the one that mentioned it. Jared Leto was the one that mailed like a used condom to everybody, right?
Yes.
I mean,
on Suicide Squad
Suicide
of all
Squad.
of all Oscar-nominated movies. Suicide Squad.
Point is that even remotely part of your method to do something like that?
I don't know about
I just
that,
don't
but
get it.
I always think of someone like Daniel Day-Lewis, who I think is probably one of our generation's best actors.
Really?
And he's clearly a method actor. Oh my God, how could you not?
Easily.
Well,
you don't think Daniel Day-Lewis is a good actor?
Look, I'm not saying he's not a good actor. I'm saying he's not one of our best actors.
He's one more Best Actor Academy Award. Now, if that's your benchmark, he's one more. I'm just saying he's won more Best Actor Academy Awards than any other actor.
I think he's a fine actor, but imagine being on the set of Lincoln, right? This is true. People had to address him not only as President Lincoln, but they couldn't refer to things that were modern, right? Because it didn't exist in his headspace.
Right. That's an issue.
That's asking crew and everyone else, because there's hundreds of people on a film set, right?
In every job, we have to live in a certain
still
bubble.
Defending this?
Because
Why?
I can understand the validity behind it, not the peripheral bullshit. Obviously, not sending used condoms to people. I think there's lines in the sand you draw.
Well,
I do believe there is an emotional, intellectual validity behind method acting.
The subject matter expert in the field has told you otherwise.
I know. I'm very confused here. I've already texted my therapist, and I'm going to an appointment tomorrow because he says Tombstone is the greatest movie, which I totally concur and agree with. And then he says method acting is bullshit. I'm emotionally distraught right now. I got to see my therapist. 8 a.m. I'm not even going to brunch. I'm not even going to the bottomless mimosa brunch tomorrow morning. I'm going straight to my therapist.
Well, let's tease out a couple of the examples we used in our debate, which was Leonardo DiCaprio
in The Revenant,
who is a method actor. In Revenant, he was phenomenal. And Django,
but hold on, let me parse that a little bit. So he is method in that he wants the character to feel real when it's filming, right? So that's why he'll bite in using The Revenant. He'll bite into a real liver just to get the actual reaction, right? He wants to push his limits. He wants to be out in the cold and not warm. He wants to feel that isolation. But that doesn't mean the minute they yell cut, Leonardo DiCaprio isn't washing his mouth out and putting on 12 parkas and there's someone there with a heat lamp. So that's one type of method acting. Jared Leto is the other type of method acting where that character does not leave him at any given time. So it's like the Tropic Thunder movie where Robert Downey Jr. right I guarantee you that was such a self-reflexive character and how they wrote that. They were making fun of every method actor they ever had worked with, and that's what was the lines like. I don't leave the character until the commentary's done. Like,
right.
And if you watch the commentary on the movie, he's still in character. It is genius. But that's the kind of stupidity you go into. There's a movie, Spring Breakers. What's his name? Help me.
James Franco.
James Franco.
So I'll call him out because he's been Me Too'd and shamed. So he deserves some ridicule. But he was another person who likes to be method. So he wanted to be that character he was. And he talked like that. He lived that life. He was living in like some rundown dump during filming, just to feel more like the character. That's silly, man. Like, I mean, I get it. Do some research, live a little, go on a ride along. But it's just a dumb way to do business. This is not film art. It's film business.
Thank you.
But hold on. That's like
no. Hold on. No caveats. We don't do caveats.
There's no nothing.
No caveats.
Method acting is stupid. Move on.
He educated you.
Die Hard
He
is not a
educated
Christmas
you.
movie.
Says
We're
the
done.
Reaper Man.
Stupid. It has a place within reason. It has a place.
All right. Well, let me
Right.
ask.
Whoa.
The operative word is within reason. And
Yeah,
the minute
I don't
someone
disagree.
yells cut
Cut.
and you continue
Thank
on,
you.
that is outside of reason.
I mean,
When
look,
the
if
camera
if-
stops, it should end, and that's what
I
we talked
disagree.
about on
I
that
disagree.
episode.
I disagree.
Well,
You're
I
wrong.
think a
I
slightly
don't think
different
I
way
am.
of
That's-
approaching the topic, the way we discussed it was, does the end justify the means, right? And so, a Daniel Day-Lewis and a Leonardo DiCaprio are in one arc. We get a lot of others that are not anywhere close to that, but like you said, they use it.
Christian Bale, Forrest Whitaker.
Well, I mean, no, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. I mean, well,
this is
no, Charlize
phenomenal.
He's
Theron.
wrong.
Actually,
That's okay.
Charlize Theron has said it's bullshit.
Well, yeah.
She's
After
like, I
years,
got-
after years of using it,
Yeah.
when it was politically correct, sure.
But
Well-
I mean, I think one of Mad Mickelson's points also was I agree with him. It is bullshit, but it's also dangerous. One of the reasons, I mean, Heath Ledger had a lot of issues, but one of the reasons that he talked to, right up until the point of his death, was that he was bringing Joker home with him every day, and it absolutely messed him up as an individual, living in that headspace constantly. It's not safe. It's not a healthy work environment when people put themselves in those situations.
And to that point, I mean, one of the examples we discussed was Tom Hanks potentially getting diabetes from his work on Castaway
Or Castaway.
because of the weight shift, and they had to wait a whole
Damon
year.
did the same thing.
Matt Damon had to be
Courage
on
Under Fire.
Courage Under Fire.
medication
Kidney issues.
for a year because he lost so much weight. We think of like a Nicolas Cage, or Adrian Brody was another one that we discussed where.
So I'll give you a great Nicolas Cage method acting story. This is 100% true. Andy Meyer is a good friend of mine, one of my mentors. Andy Meyer is the producer of Breakfast Club, all the John Hughes movies, Steel Magnolias, whatever. Infinite credits. One of his first movies he did was one of Nicolas Cage's. It's not his first movie. It was one of his first movies, a movie called Birdie with Matt Modine, where it has a lot of, I think it was Vietnam era soldiers. They're in a psychic ward in a hospital. Anyway, his character, Nicolas Cage's character, at one point gets into a fight or something happens, and he's supposed to have a swollen jaw and a couple of teeth missing, right? So between takes, he goes back to his trailer because he's a method actor, and with a screwdriver, rips out 3 of his molars. It comes back to set, drooling blood, packed full of gauze, and that's how he did the scene. Did it look amazing? Yes, it did, because that wasn't makeup in the movie. When you see him with a swollen jaw and coughing up blood, that's because he just did that in his trailer. No one asked him to do that, but that was in his head. So method acting, I will concede there's probably a time and a place for it, but it goes too far with too many people and it becomes unhealthy.
See, but let the record reflect.
Hold on.
Legal would like to say, let the record reflect that Tyler did say there is a time and place for method acting.
Yes, and I agree with the Leonardo DiCaprio way of doing things, right? If you want to push yourself on screen, that's fine. But again, the minute they yell cut, Leonardo DiCaprio's not sitting there like talking.
That's it,
They're not
right?
gonna
Yeah,
ask.
hold on.
And maybe
It's
we
during
need a
the
separate
moment.
episode for this, but I really
Look.
I really wish we had had you on this episode. That was our bad.
It was our bad. 22
It
minutes
was.
on, though. We have been remiss in not asking Tyler.
Yeah.
What are you drinking today?
You're
brother?
drinking
Because
vodka, right?
I know he's drinking vodka. Is it well?
You
it
were.
was.
You were
It
drinking
was.
vodka.
It was just straight with ice.
Oh,
Nice.
okay.
Which vodka?
I don't even know. It was from the Midwest, somewhere in Seattle. It's got a blue label with a what the hell is that?
It's a thing, and it's got potato.
Whatever.
Highland vodka, maybe?
No. The important thing
Okay.
is it's sea salt vodka, so it tastes like brine,
There you go.
which I love.
Interesting.
You love that because you did that on one of our episodes with gin. It was like a briny
Yeah.
gin.
Yeah, Yeah. So
Yes.
I seek out salty things. That's probably bad phrasing.
That's what I was about to say. I'm not going to go there. We're not going to touch that.
He's
Let's
a
move
guest.
past it.
Just let it go. Okay.
What works?
Mac, did you just say
that's
just
my
let
idea.
it go?
I said
Just
just
let it go.
let
Just
it
let it go. Okay.
It's not Ramos's
Just
shit.
let
No,
it
no,
go.
it's not Ramos. Haas, are you
Yeah.
drinking
I
anything
did
different?
that to myself.
We've got another guest on. Have you changed your drink?
I did. I had an old fashioned.
Old fashioned. Okay. What
did.
did you use?
10-year bullet.
Nice. Okay. Mac, what are you drinking?
Hey, how you doing, man?
Still doing the margarita?
Yeah, I think so.
Still doing the margarita. Grinch, what about you, brother? What are you drinking?
I'm still on the same thing.
Still, so it's
But,
Makers and Coke.
we haven't asked the key question.
Wait a minute. Is it Makers and Coke?
Yes, it is.
Yes. Okay. Well, I changed my drink. In the third hour that we are doing this, I decided to go with a foghorn. And a foghorn is gin, lime juice, and ginger beer. That's what my daughter said, foghorn leghorn.
Foghorn leghorn.
So
I
might have to try that later.
I say, you're making me.
What, you said it was gin? Sorry,
it's gin, lime, fresh lime juice, and then ginger beer.
Okay.
So
And
it is called a foghorn.
I saw the pour going on.
Yes. It was a little heavy.
Yes.
So yeah, it is basically just, it's just gin, lime juice, and ginger beer. And so it is a bit heavy. So I'm sorry, Grinch, back to you. Our question. Now, this is actually going to take a page from your book because I do follow Loose Framing.
Imitation is the highest form of flattery.
It is.
Thank you.
So, and we are big fans, Tyler.
Yes.
We have been since the beginning.
Yeah, without a doubt.
We have some good episodes that haven't even come out yet. We bank as many as we can, so I don't have to do it much during the month.
Nice.
Wait,
Smart
should we
man.
pause? Tyler, tell us about your podcast.
Yes. Loose
All
Framing.
right. So I do have a podcast, Loose Framing Podcast, where I interview really cool guests from the industry. It could be someone is in the background as a hair and makeup artist. It could be a famous musician who does soundtracks for movies. It could be a really cool actor. We've had a couple on recently. We've got Danny Roebuck coming up. In fact, he might have already dropped. We got Rob Zombie.
What?
Wait, whoa. Back
Whoa,
up. I'm sorry, what?
You had us at Rob Zombie.
We're doing we're doing some Munster stuff.
Munsters. I was about to ask.
It's an interesting trailer. I'll leave it at that. But I think
for the record, this group has seen Rob Zombie and White Zombie.
What?
Oh yes.
Wait. Okay. Hold on. We
we've
can
seen
edit
Rob
this
Zombie
out. But have
and
you
White
actually
Zombie.
had? Is it him on
As a
or
group? No.
It will be him on. Yeah.
So you're gonna have to put me in touch with the right people, Tyler. Because
well, he'll be coming to Tampa.
He's touring right now.
Well, he is touring right now, but he'll be coming to Tampa to promote the Munsters. We're trying to do something live with him.
Nice.
And some of the cast at Tampa Theater coming up in the October.
Hopefully in September, like the first week in September, maybe.
When you're down here, Mac.
I'm just saying, right? Assuming I've sobered up
awesome.
at that point.
That is awesome. Absolutely awesome.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah.
I do listen.
Sorry,
to
I derailed the train.
Yes, I stumbled across Loose Framing and I started following it, and I do listen to it. So actually, because we took a page out of your book, I know on one of the episodes, because my daughter works for Scatter Brothers. You did an episode with them.
Yep, I might have had a drink with your daughter. I don't think she was drinking. I think that was.
Don't lie.
She drank earlier in this
walking
episode.
into a dive. I ended up walking into a dive bar. And there she was with Doug and Ben from Scatter Brothers.
Mm-hmm.
We had a really
You're so
good
proud now,
conversation.
Thor.
Yes,
She's our first
already
guest.
told me. She's like, I've already met Tyler, and I'm like, oh, okay.
They grow up so fast.
They do. But yes, I do listen to your podcast. I really enjoy it. And so we did again, flattery being the highest form. We stole a page from your book. So our question to you, Grinch, what is our question?
What is your favorite episode
Of a Spirited Debate?
Of a Spirited Debate, and why is it The Legend of the Hossness Monster?
He's like, my favorite episode is any episode I've been on.
And that, sir, is a great self-serving episode. It was a phenomenal episode.
Yeah.
One that is regarded highly here amongst us.
Yes.
I have to say, I like listening to my own voice. So my staff will tell you that.
Wait,
So.
what's
Nothing
your
wrong
favorite
with that.
Michael Bolton album?
Well, that's interesting.
Taylor, it's been nice knowing you. So
I just love them all. I just love them all.
That's interesting because I can't stand listening to my voice. So that's funny.
I
That's
don't
why I
understand
didn't
why.
listen for so long.
I think that's
right.
actually why I started a podcast, just so I could hear myself. So
Hey, nothing wrong with that.
self-serving.
That's right.
Well, here's the key question. What's your favorite movie and why is it Tombstone?
That's right.
Oh, it might actually be Top Gun 2 now. It was
What?
really good.
Shit.
Oh, wow.
I don't think it's edged out Tombstone, but it was damn good. Did you guys see it?
No.
I haven't seen it.
Twice.
No, I haven't seen it.
Times.
No.
I've gotten to see it.
What?
Yeah.
Everybody
Well,
I've
you're
heard say
you're
it's
the
great.
man on this. Tell us why.
Why should I go see it?
It's because they ignored every modern movie contrivance and just made a kick-ass 80s movie.
Nice.
Like everything you remember from your childhood or your teens growing up in the 80s, like it's just big, stupid action.
Kind
They
of
go
over
for
the top.
gusto,
Yes.
over top and everything. And just when you think they can't top themselves, they do it again, right? It's like watching Die Hard, and it's like, how can they top this scene? And then something else crazy happens, and it just goes and goes and goes and goes. And the level of craftsmanship in the movie itself is also breathtaking. They shot over 800 hours of just raw footage. They somehow edited it down to 3 hours, and the 3 hours itself doesn't feel long at all. It goes by in a blink. The soundtrack's amazing. The cast is pitch perfect. They hit all of those notes from the first movie without remaking the first movie, which I thought was a tough needle to thread. Right. That's why I didn't like any of the modern Star Wars movies, because all they were doing was ripping off the original trilogy, but lamer. This is remaking essentially the first movie, but with a different cast, a different time, and they do it with heart, and it doesn't feel like it's trying to take the place of the original, or it's leaning too much as an homage to the original, but it just hits all the right sweet notes. I don't man cry very often, but there's at least 3 scenes in this movie where I was sobbing like a baby.
Okay.
Instant classic.
Instant classic, absolutely.
Oh.
Okay, wait a minute.
Okay,
Most
we
importantly,
hold
though,
on. We're butting up.
Everybody's all stirred up.
Hold on.
Tyler. We have to
Most
have more
importantly.
episodes with you. We have to.
I enjoy
As
this. That's
much.
why I'm not the type of person who just
Swear to
Yeah,
God, motherfucker, I will
gets
get
up
on
there
the plane
Friday.
tomorrow and come to Florida. You keep muting me, you son of a bitch.
Look, at the end of the day, sorry, Haas, I had to.
Oh,
Haas,
did you-
during his entire diatribe about
Yeah.
Maverick 2, you kept going,
Damn it. I'm
well,
on mute
why?
the whole
he
time.
has me until certain points.
and then why? What are you wanting? What are you thinking when he's talking? Because
Hold
you
on,
keep going,
hold on. The most important thing for Haas to note, though, is that Top Gun 2 Maverick is not a Christmas movie. I don't care what you say. It's not a Christmas movie.
it is not a Christmas movie.
I
But
would
Die
agree.
Hard is.
but not a Christmas
I concur.
movie.
You're right. It's not. Die Hard is.
Die Hard
No,
is.
it's not.
Top Gun Maverick is not.
All right, so
So-
I will make a point to go out and see Maverick 2 or Top Gun 2.
I enjoyed it thoroughly. I've already seen it twice in the theater.
And I know
Yeah,
you guys have talked
And
about
I
it.
don't like to publicly admit that because I think Tom Cruise is a giant fucking douchebag. And I don't like to support anything
I'll
he's
agree with
attached
that.
to. I really don't. On a personal, emotional, intellectual level, I don't. But this freaking movie is badass.
I'm not
Yeah,
a Tom
I'm
Cruise
not going to
fan.
push back on that at all. I'm not really a Tom Cruise fan either, but
Yeah.
I think he just kills it in this one.
Yeah, which really bothers me on levels I need to talk to my therapist about
So-
tomorrow
So
morning.
Tyler,
when I'm
another
skipping
teaser
lunch.
for maybe a future potential debate. The Marvel
If you're willing to come on.
universe.
No, muting.
Now-
muting Thor.
We
Muting
have
See, I swear to God, Thor, you're setting yourself up pretty poorly when we all gather next.
What? What
You're gonna be in a bad. You're gonna be in a bad way, homie.
What
You're
happened?
gonna be in a bad way. You couldn't keep muting.
One of us
I'm not muting our guest.
does not give the multi-year view and I'm a comic book guy.
Yep.
I grew up on comic books. I love the fact as I watch a Thor Love and Thunder, there are literally screenshots that mimic the panel from the comics going back to the 60s. And I don't think Marvel gets the credit it's due for the tremendous work they do weaving storylines
artistically
over years.
Oh, I think they do. It might not be as vocal in the critic aspect of it, but just look at the box office scores compared to DC. DC has failed categorically to pull together a cohesive universe that really resonates with anyone watching it. And Marvel, on the other hand,
and yet
they are absolutely killing it because they do have that long picture view and they're continually building up to something. And you're confident now at this point that wherever they're going with this multiverse of madness, it'll end somewhere that makes sense.
Well,
and we just saw with SDCC, they just unveiled their multi-year plan going out to 2025.
Hey, Grinch, correct me if I'm wrong, but when we were kids, didn't you had boxes of comic books, right?
I still have them. They're
I have some at mom and dad's as well. Yeah,
and I can tell you the differences between the comics and Infinity War.
Why do I not
and tell her
remember
true or
that,
false.
though?
A movie doesn't make $750 million worldwide if it sucks asshole. It just doesn't.
It does. It does.
Man, give me a movie that sucks.
He's like Avatar.
Fucking sucks asshole. It made $750 million.
That's right. Avatar is not a Christmas movie.
You don't have to agree with that.
$750 million. $750 million.
I can't dispute that. So even though I hate Avatar with every fiber of my body, someone clearly liked it. It wasn't me.
It wasn't me either, but
it has to resonate with something, right? And you only get so much hype off of the opening weekend, right? And all the publicity and marketing leading up to it, which is why the opening weekend is so important. But then you have precipitous drops weekend after weekend until you get to your final VOD sales, and that really only is sustainable if the audience itself is going out and recommending the movie. Right. You only get that one initial bump up of marketing, and then it lives or dies on whether or not the person that went to see the movie tells 3 of their friends that they should go see the movie. So I think that tells you that if a movie makes a lot of money theatrically, it's because it clearly was worthy of an audience's attention and they were excited enough about it to tell other people about it.
Absolutely. I feel bad, Tyler, because we did this in the last episode. We said next time we have you on, we would not talk about movies. We would do something completely different, and yet here we are, talking about
we're geeks.
Fucking movies.
We love this shit.
we are.
We do.
Just like you, we love this shit so much, and we all grew up at the same time period. So it's
I love comics. I'm doing a big event this week with Bob Layton, who was one of the co-creators of Iron Man, created Ant-Man. Awesome. He has the most famous comic book cover of all time with Demon in the Bottle. I love comics. I have thousands of them. So yeah. I'm a geek.
At some point, you and I
we're good with that, homie.
Yeah. At some point, you and I need to get together. I live locally. You're here in Tampa. I need to get you a bottle of Japanese whiskey because I know you had the 17-year
whiskey.
There's a particular bar in town I'm going to after this that I have drank them out of every single Japanese whiskey they have. So
you and I at some point need to get together and share a drink in person. You have been on our show twice. Now this is the third time. I feel like there's an obligation for me to get together and buy you a drink. So if that can happen,
I would like that. So anytime, and just as a standing invitation, anytime you want me to come on, it's always a joy. So
thank you, Tyler. We appreciate you saying that.
Yeah.
We immensely enjoy you as a guest.
Yeah, I'm on a lot of podcasts, just so you guys know, and you're the only one I actually enjoy being on.
Of course you are, because
just saying.
We thoroughly enjoy having you.
You are a subject matter.
A lot of this, we didn't come with any plan of what the topic was going to be. No. And honestly, that's the fun of it is these are
just riffing.
Things.
Yeah.
I just enjoy the conversation. So it's always good.
Absolutely.
Thank
But
you
now
so
I've
much.
got to go back and finish paying my house. But
Yeah.
congratulations on 100 episodes, guys.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Tyler.
Appreciate
Thank you,
it.
Tyler.
Thank you
Yeah.
for being
Always
a
a
part
pleasure,
of that.
man.
Absolutely,
Of course,
brother. Thank
guys.
you so much.
Bye-bye.
Cheers
Can't wait
to you.
to share a whiskey with you in person.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Cheers.
Yeah, definitely.
So for all you listeners at home, if you didn't get a chance, episode 20, Lost in Translation, An Evening with Tyler Martinovich, or episode 55, An Instant Classic, Another Evening with Tyler Martinovich, please check them out. Phenomenal. He is a subject matter expert in all things movies. Loved having him on, and we will have him on again. So, all right, the hour moves on. Here we are. We are in the third hour. We are moving forward. Mac is trying to figure out what he's
trying to
doing.
figure out
I
how
don't
to
even
work
know.
a straw.
It's a straw, Mac. Don't get overburdened, brother. So we are four guests in. We are moving on to our.
Hold on.
Yes,
We're 3 shots in.
we are 3 shots in.
4 shots in? 3
Four shots in. Right. We are 4 guests in. I don't know how many shots you've done.
One
One
shot
shot.
for every guest.
We are 4 guests in, brother. So you are 4 shots in.
And I got Chick-fil-A sauce.
Chick-fil-A.
Nice. So just
I'm just going to ask
edit
Smear.
this, but 839-139-8384.
8675309.
No, meeting ID.
Jenny.
What?
Meeting ID number.
Oh,
What?
what are we doing?
839-139-8384.
Hold
right?
on a second. Hold on. Let me just make sure.
What are you talking about?
He's
Brandon?
talking about the guest, the
We may have a random guest join us.
what? Green. Nice.
Yeah. This is all I got left. I got half a shot left.
Hey, all right, that'll do.
So
That'll do, donkey.
That'll do, donkey. That'll do. I'm sorry. What was your question? Go ahead.
839-139-8384, right?
839
Meeting ID.
139 839 139 9394.
12, 15, 22.
Do you want me to send you another
13.
link? What are we talking about here? 839 139 9394. Is this
18.
Mac doing another shot? Because
All right.
I love this.
I'll be right back.
Sweet. I don't even know what we're talking about. I'm even confused. I'm not sure what we're talking about. All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are in our third hour. We are quickly approaching the 6 o'clock hour. Super excited. Here we are, 100th episode, celebratory edition. We have had a number of guests from The Flash, Jason Houck, the Scruffy Gomez, and Tyler Martinovich, subject matter experts in all things movies. Tyler, we just finished up with him and we are moving on. We will see what the next hour brings. Mac is giving me the wide eye, super concerned look right now, like, oh my God, do I have to do another shot? Bro, you agreed to do the Reaper whiskey. I
This
didn't.
feels like a PBS telethon all of a sudden. I'm just saying. Am I getting like a DVD set of
Yes.
the Civil War?
We are going till we
anthology?
can't go no mo.
Oh,
That's
I
how
can't
this
go
works.
no mo.
Go no mo.
I gotta
I'm having
pee.
fun, but then I'm not drinking Reaper whiskey. So your mouth may be numb at this point. I don't know.
Oh, I'm having fun. I texted a buddy of mine and I said, just be on the lookout for the 100th episode.
You
It's
said
gonna
you just
be
said you looked her right in the eye and you said, "Bitch."
Bitch. I looked right in her eye sockets.
It's right in her eye sockets, right into
It
the
said,
windows to her soul.
bitch. I gotta go pee.
It's hey brother, go. I'm here. I got this. I'll hold this down. You go do what you gotta do. All right. So we're going to let everybody here kind of reset, grab a new drink, and we will move along. This train's still rolling. Here we are in the, I don't even know, third hour, third hour. It is one of the hours after we have started. It's an hour. That's all I know. And we will move this train along. We've got a new guest coming on here shortly, but we've got some downtime. So, yes, we will grab a new drink, we will reset, and we will move this train along.
You fucking made it. You fucking made it. 4 best friends who all zoomed in and made this podcast show. You fucking made it. You fucking made it. Thanks to 40 years of friendship and lots of of alcohol for a spirited debate. First you make the drink, then you drink, and you talk about the drink to the room. Then you get a little drunk and you talk about stuff with an unsuspecting guest and makes your spouse leave the room. 'Cause you fucking murdered, you fucking murdered. Congratulations on your 100th episode!
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. I'm here with the Grinch. It is just him and I. Mac and Haas are out. They're making drinks. We're getting ready for the next hour. We are plowing along. We're going till the sun comes up. We don't give a fuck. It is all about it's all about us, actually. It's our 100th episode, celebratory episode. We've made it 100. Happy to be here. Grinch is apparently eating some pizza. Mac is okay. He's having help into his seats. Are you okay? It looks like he's having somebody help him into his seats.
Oh, Lord.
Little Mac pushing him to the microphone. Little Mac helping him to the microphone. Are you okay?
I want to get paid for it.
I want to get paid for it. That's how they do, man. They do everything they can to just earn a little cash. We are happy to be here. Here we are. It is. We're not happy to be here. I'm happy to be here, but I'm not drinking Reaper whiskey. Did you eat something?
I don't even know. I got so much shit on my desk right now.
And Haas is back. Wait, that's a horrible idea. What time? I'm not even sure. Confused. All right. We are moving into our third hour. It looks like Mac is gearing up for a new drink, another drink, a different drink.
Same drink.
Grinch is plowing through some everything pizza. And here I am drinking my Foghorn Leghorn gin and ginger beer tonic.
At the end of the day, if I could get plowed by Grinch, I'd be happy.
Awkward.
Hey now.
He doesn't like squirting.
Look, at this point, I'm
Squirting's
so
an
dehydrated.
issue. It's not a thing.
Hey, I'm so dehydrated right now, I couldn't squirt anyway. So
look, all I'm going to say is so far we have had the Flash on, Jason Houck on, Scruffy Gomez, and we finished up with Tyler Martinolich. Phenomenal. 4 guests so far. We are moving into the next hour. Let's see how everything goes. We'll go until we can't go any longer. This is going to be an episode unlike any episode we've ever done before. Not
Makes
sure.
me wonder.
What's
who
that,
could
brother?
be next?
Who could be? I don't know.
I don't either.
Will there be? I don't know. Mac is over here diligently pouring something in a glass. I'm not even sure what it is. That is some strategic measuring you're doing there, Mac. I like the way you're doing that. And a spoon for stirring. Clearly. All right. Where is Haas? I literally wanted to release this unedited, but I'm not sure that's going to be an option. I can't wait to edit 4 fucking hours of an episode.
you ain't got shit to do.
Ain't got shit to do. There he is. What the fuck is this?
What the hell?
This is the 50th anniversary of Disney.
Look at this crazy cat.
I feel like I fucked that girl before.
I don't even know what to say about that.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm sorry. I feel like Haas is fucked that
Let me
girl
just say it
before.
again. Reaper take the wheel.
All right. Welcome back, gentlemen. Here we are. We're fast approaching the 3rd hour of our podcast, The Spirited Debate, 100th celebratory episode. We have talked about a number of things. Podcast by the numbers, the number of total downloads, the average download for 7 days, the total minutes of content, the number of drinks we've made, where we are in terms of listenership in the United States and across the world. At the end of the day, gentlemen, I just appreciate you guys coming on here week in and week out with me. I know I say that every week. At the outset of this, it was this sustainable? I think we've proven that it is. Good, bad, or indifferent, what we talk about, whether or not it's a debate, if it's a pick'em episode, whatever it is, I think we've proven that it is a sustainable format for us to get together. Our listeners will take whatever they want from that, but I think we've demonstrated that, we can do this week in and week out. And I just want to say to you, gentlemen, I appreciate you being here. Grinch, you were not here for our 50th episode. I'm sorry that you weren't here. I know there were a lot of other
Me
things.
too.
Holy shit,
What?
ladies and gentlemen.
What?
Ladies
Who
and gentlemen,
knew? Who
we have
knew
a
this
guest.
was going to happen?
What the hell just happened?
just happened here?
Who is this professional-looking gentleman?
I don't know, but
Dude,
Very professional.
Hold on.
With that
What?
sweet,
Look at
sweet
Kyle.
flavor
Oh my
saver
God.
going on.
I had
Oh
no
my God.
idea.
Here we are. We have a new guest, ladies and gentlemen. We have a new guest. The Groove Driver. The Groove Driver is in the house.
Oh,
Driver, what?
yes.
I need some
Very,
Sunny. I need some
yes.
Sunny D.
Hey.
I need some Sunny D and a cigarette. It's the only
Sunny
way we're
out,
going to make this
guns
work.
out.
Thank you for the opportunity.
Oh,
my
my
God.
God.
We have a
It is
surprise.
so great to have you.
How you doing, brother?
Good, real good.
Fuck, I
am.
didn't prepare for this.
On a
Yeah.
scale of 1
That's
to
right.
4 Reaper shots, how good are you doing?
I'm actually doing some vodka and
Vodka.
this.
Nothing wrong with vodka.
Oh,
Let me see if I can.
Mac, do you have any more Reaper? Do you have any more Reaper that you can do?
and is that
Are
the
you- Oh, he's got half a
Evil
shot.
Dead house behind you?
Ooh, Yingling. Okay,
What?
hold on. Mac, we have a new
Look,
guest, which means you have to
hold
do a
on.
new shot.
Hold
Mac
on,
has a
hold on.
half shot of Reaper whiskey.
I have a half shot of the Reaper whiskey left,
Yes.
and I cannot think of a better person to
To do that
lift
shot.
that half a shot to
Right.
than the Groove Driver.
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
Groove,
Do it.
I
in
mean,
your
drink,
honor-
drinking. The best drinking game ever was invented by the Groove Driver.
This
So-
is so long ago.
Look,
Stop.
Look, at this point,
There's
That's
so
the
many
match.
bad
That's-
things.
Stop.
That's
so
the
bad.
point. It was
Why
so
are you talking
amazing
about me?
that to this day it's still the best.
at this point,
It's horrible.
I would so much rather be playing the Groove Driver game.
No,
than drinking
no,
Reaper.
guys.
No, I don't
Reaper,
think
I
it
can't
would.
even
It's
say
still been
it.
okay.
Reaper whiskey.
Thank you. Thank you. I do not.
It's me.
I do not endorse
Whatever's
anything
happening
we
here.
talk about.
Hey, legal has left the building.
That's right. They said, "Fuck it."
They made legal leave.
It's
and
closing
I don't know
time.
why. I think that was
It left 2 shots ago.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So Gru, in your
Yeah.
honor, the last Carolina Reaper Pepper whiskey shot that we have left
It's
for today
going to you.
is
Oh my
going
gosh.
to you down my gullet.
Better yours
Oh
than
my
mine.
God.
Do
Okay.
it.
Dang it,
Oh.
Mac. Oh my gosh.
Yeah. That's it.
That's the face of pain.
That bottle is cashed.
What's on your face? Pain.
That's right. It's Carolina pepper on your face. That's it.
Holy shit.
That's it.
Grooving. I love you, brother.
Take
I love
that.
you guys. I haven't seen Mac. I haven't seen you in a while. Van
It's been a couple
Gelder
years.
is up there, and oh my gosh, I'm so happy to see all you guys. So,
Oh,
See you too, you sexy beast.
let me. I need to change my name.
Change your name.
It's like
it's way too
total-
professional.
Yeah.
Way too professional. Do I address you by your last name? First name?
U.S.
What are we doing here, sir?
That's right. Groove Driver U.S.
You address him as Big Sexy. That's it.
Gosh, everybody's
That's Haas.
just-
That's
hang on.
that's Haas.
Give me a second here.
So we are fortunate enough to have the Groove Driver here. The last time we had him on was episode 28 from season 1, The Lost Tapes, wasting America's time on nothing closely resembling another president.
Did you say the lost taint?
Taint? Yes, the
Mm,
Lost
no.
Tapes.
Oh,
Keep
taint.
drinking. Keep
That was when
drinking.
we
Taint?
did
The lost
our random stupid questions.
Stupid questions. Yes,
Like, would you rather fight an elephant-sized duck or
or a
100
duck-sized elephant?
duck-sized elephants or whatever?
Yes.
it was.
Right.
So Groove Driver was nice enough to come on to that episode 28. So we have him back for our 100th episode. Groove Driver, thank you so much for being here. I got to ask
Thank
the
you.
question right out of the gate, brother. What are you drinking?
Yingling.
Yingling.
America's
Nothing wrong with that at all.
oldest brewery.
Wait, Yingling.
Proud. And vodka.
Yingling and vodka.
Yingling needs a little help.
I just call it.
I love it. It's like
I don't know what
Yingling.
it is, but I know the sound it makes when it kills a man.
I like how he said that. Yingling. Pause, and vodka.
What kind of vodka?
What
Hey,
kind
we'll
of
ask the question: does the bottle break when you drop it?
No, I can't say that.
Look, I had the fortune of being able to go and see a concert with both the Grinch and the Groove Driver not that long ago.
And I was friggin' hammered.
Yeah, you were super excited to have you here, Groove Driver. Thank you so much for joining us.
I am so happy to
back.
be here.
Yeah, man.
It was 2 years in the making to see Ministry, and I couldn't have had anybody else.
A better time
I'd
that
rather
you
be
kind
there.
of remember.
You know, Gru, I tell this story to people, and they still are amazed when I say the first concert I went to was Ministry, Body Count, and Sepultura.
Yes.
And they're like, a what? And I think we were like 16, 17 at the time.
Yes.
We were supposed to see Miranda Sex Garden. But
which one's Miranda?
No. Let me back up. That was the Unsturgeon Neubauten concert. We were supposed to see for the
Helmet.
Ministry. You were supposed to be Helmet in the. They had a bus accident and the drummer hurt his thumb.
And couldn't be there.
Ice-T was playing nearby in Atlanta, and he was like, "Oh, I'm so there. The money's there." Body Count slid over, and this is 1992 Body Count. This is when F the Police and all those songs were, and it was just one of the most. We were blown away by how cool the Ice-T and Body Count were, and then they just transitioned into Ministry, and it was it was
next level shit right there.
I mean,
where was that show at?
That was at it was at Lakewood Amphitheater, but it was the warehouse.
But it was the exhibition hall.
Exhibition hall.
Yes.
Okay.
And they literally had mattresses strapped around
the pillars.
The pillars.
Nice.
And we were like up to the front right, not all the way to the front. I mean,
we're always at the front right, Dave.
I mean, yeah, that's true. That's true. And my ears rang for like a day and a half.
When we saw White Zombie, it was the front right.
Yeah, I mean, Anthrax, Sound of White Noise. My ears just rang forever after that.
And then we saw 311 at Roxy.
Yes,
the Roxy. What? Oh my! That was their. What tour was that?
By
That
the
was
way,
their second album.
Gru introduced us to 311. You were the one who first taught us about 311 because
he's a sexy bitch.
Music, the album Music.
I got you guys onto that because Eric Epling from Ken's Pizza got me on to, Chaz Sexton is the best drummer for 311. I'm like, what's 311? And then I'm like, we're at
Ken's Pizza.
You mean Eric? Eric, are you high, man? Yeah,
Ken's Pizza.
No, he's on.
What you watching? TV.
He's a separate story.
Real quick, Thor, we're not getting sponsored by Ken's Pizza, so you can keep whispering the name all you want to.
That is a dead franchise.
Is that actually a dead franchise? Okay.
There were 3 of us, actually 4 from high school that worked at the Ken's Pizza.
It's my ASMR approach to everything.
And there was
keep doing that.
We worked with another guy we went to high school with. I won't say his actual last name, but we worked with Foz.
Ken's Pizza.
I know it.
Foz. Your last name is Lips. Put your lips on my finger.
His name was Fawaz.
Ken's Pizza.
And then, of course, his infamous about cheese.
He was
the
a delivery
between
driver.
Good cheese and bad cheese.
The crazy thing is that job, that building, actually employed a lot of us through the years before it turned into Mazio's and then whatever it is now on Highway 78. I didn't see it last time I was up there. I think it was like a Del Taco mixture.
Okay, Thor, with your
I'll stop.
assy meerkat. Do you know the difference between good cheese and bad cheese?
Yeah, it's Ken's Pizza.
No.
No.
There's the Foz answer, which I'll tee up Gru to say.
No, I'm not saying that. That's a color answer.
If it smells like, it's good cheese. If it tastes
smells like Ken's
it's
Pizza,
bad
it's
cheese.
probably
Okay,
Ken's
thank
Pizza.
you. I'm not going to say that.
I was gonna say, 'cause
We
I
talk
never
about
worked with Ken's
smegma.
Pizza, so I want
We
to know the
also
answer
worked
to
with
this.
a guy.
Is it smegma adjacent or is it like
Schmegma. Schmegma.
It's an anatomy.
Great
You know,
word.
Piece of anatomy, but we also worked with a guy who used to punch into the dough of the pizza so he could inhale the yeast.
Oh, that was a good high back in 1992.
You have the dough for all the pizza. Kapow! It's like doing a whippet.
Is that like a Freon high?
I've done
It's
that.
less
So be
detrimental.
real
It's
careful.
like eating pussy with a yeast infection.
Maybe that's the word we were looking for. But, you know, the important thing, Gru,
Mhm.
is we greatly appreciate you being on. And
Yeah, absolutely.
we are revisiting
We
our
miss you.
fun moments.
I'm always glad
Yes,
to see you.
absolutely.
We have known you collectively for 30 plus years.
Damn, the last time I
And
saw
you're
Gru was
you're at least 16 different kinds of sexy.
yeah.
At least.
I think
There
I think
are
at Haas's house, he was grilling out.
no.
and
I'm
looking as sexy as
honored
ever.
to be
You're-
on with the broadcast with Don, and if there's I work now where I have the opportunity and the space to jump on if you guys need me. Let me know.
Nice.
Well, let's talk about
Yes.
the last time we all got together.
No, let's not.
Somebody
at
decided.
Universal.
Somebody
Oh, going way back.
decided we should do shots at like 2 a.m.
No,
Shots.
I'm not
no.
saying-
Somebody decided that every time a new person arrives, we should do shots.
Hold on.
That's the
Because-
first time I met Mark in person.
Wait a minute. There were a whole lot of things that went wrong that night. Because yes, somebody decided we should do shots when everybody arrived, which was the catalyst for tonight with the shots. Everybody,
Did that person rhyme with Uman?
I think it might have, but I think there was also a lively game of Gru Driver that night.
There
Well,
was
I think
indeed.
it was 3-man.
Yeah, 3-man.
Well, we called it
Three-man.
Grew Man, actually.
Which went off the rails within like 20 minutes because
Did it
somebody
last that
decided we should do shots at like 1, 2 in the morning, which led to another certain someone going,
Everybody's
Hubbard?
got excuses.
Yeah.
Or
I'm hearing
This-
excuses.
rhymes
The
with
night's
Hubbard.
the night's still young. That could happen tonight.
Ryan
His name
Hubbard.
rhymes with Hubbard.
Ryan Hubbard. Yes.
But
Yes,
that
it's
was
like
that's
cupboard.
been normal that's normalcy.
Oh
So
my
Look.
God. I've never heard
Look.
hurling that loud.
At the end of the day,
And this,
I
wait,
think
hold on.
he had been so cooped up at that point with the newborn, and some of this can get edited out. That's fine.
I mean,
I think
No.
he was just
Gru-
excited to get it
Drew's a
out.
therapist at his heart.
Yeah,
I mean,
that's it.
I am.
like, let's just say you're puking outside the basement of a house,
Mhm.
and somebody takes a lighter and goes, "Ha ha!"
up my butt. Wait, that wasn't my butt.
Do they
It
go?
was my butt.
For all you
And-
listeners out there,
and-
if you're wondering what's happening right now, we're not even sure.
And
Nothing good.
maybe there's someone who decided to go streaking, a la Frank the Tank.
Frank the Tank.
French. That
Frank the
was 41 degrees. I
Called
think
shrinkage.
How many years ago?
that
Hold
was
on,
good
hold on.
North
I
Georgia
don't know
weather.
I don't know that I was here for this story, so I'd
You
like
were
to
not.
hear this
Hey,
story.
yes.
I don't think you were.
I mean, it wasn't anybody that rhymes with Uman. And I've
Yeah,
also
that's
never been
exactly.
teabagged by somebody that rhymes with Uman
Because look, at the end of the day,
in a
Even-
driveway.
hold on,
You son of a
Even-
bitch.
Wait a minute.
hold on.
How can you be remiss at not pointing out the fact that quietly Haas is sitting there with a 50th anniversary Disney Mickey ears
Teapot.
on?
I think those are teacups.
Those are
God,
teacups.
just quietly
Look,
sitting there.
I love the
eating,
Mickey
Hold on.
ears.
right?
At the end of the day,
I have some things.
even even with shrinkage involved, I got to imagine that, look, I don't know, I've never seen it, but I've heard the legacy that it's got to be impressive with grooming. That even with shrinkage involved, it's still like a baguette.
Screwdriver, we're sorry. That's
He's
right.
so
That's right.
he's
Just,
solid,
here.
covering his mouth. I love
no,
it.
that's fine.
That's the
I'm
first time.
you
he's
know,
like, I'll
Ladies and
take the
gentlemen,
baguette.
that is the first time I've ever heard
if
him
I
say
have any type of publicity, it's from this show.
Yeah.
Look, legal has left the building long ago.
All right.
We're
Look,
just making this shit up as we go along.
at the end of the day, gentlemen, let's move the train along. So here we are with Guru Driver. He was on our show. Super excited to have him on. Hope to have him on in the future. Guru Driver, I don't know how things have been going with you and, current day,
Fantastic.
Oh, hey, there you go. Things are going well.
The house in the background looking spiffy.
Mhm.
Can really
Not,
spiffy.
not this one.
There's a
Not
pool
mine.
behind
No,
that.
I
Not
mean,
my house.
banjos,
Super excited
banjos,
to hear
banjos
that,
not
though.
included.
Yeah, super
There are.
excited to hear
Hey,
that.
I can attest. There are roosters.
Oh, it changed something.
I see that like you're in West Virginia. What's going on here? You squeal like a piggy.
Hey, we still haven't seen his right hand. It might be a chainsaw.
One
is it
can
left
only
hand?
hope.
Oh.
Stop.
Great show, by the way.
We love the tool.
Great show.
Yeah, that shit just tripped me
That
out.
was just yeah.
Oh.
There we go.
Okay.
I'm not even sure what our listeners are getting out of this at this
Thor,
point.
take control of this shit.
I should absolutely.
I'm getting a lot out of it. That's all
Oh,
that
be
matters.
careful. Dave and I will take care of it. Oh,
Hey, Grumman,
yes.
how you been, buddy?
Awesome. Thank you for asking.
Yeah, glad to
I've
hear
been
that.
trying to follow you out in Europe, and because I want to get back out there, and I'm glad to see you. Are you in Europe right now?
Uh-huh.
No.
I'm trapped here.
Okay.
Traps.
Because the
He's still learning the Deutsche.
you're much later. Your time zone is much later, so
Dr. Ben.
it's great to
I'm
see
in
you.
tomorrow, actually. Yep. I'm 7 minutes into tomorrow. Yeah,
No, really okay.
Yeah,
Oh, yes, you are. Look at you.
I am. Yep. You're
We
so
have
special
eclipsed. We have
that I'm
eclipsed the
speaking.
time.
I'm speaking to you from the future, and I have this message to tell you. You'll still be this sexy later on tomorrow.
Oh my gosh, you guys are just killing me. Wow.
So, Doc, as he is
The Doc.
with us, is coming on. He's excited, and you're welcome back on at that same time.
Oh.
Because
Oh my God, man.
I will tell you the episode we had with Andy was really, really good.
My
Really, really good.
editing's going to be a fucking nightmare at this point.
He
Legal says you get a pay raise.
because we talked about mental health, and as you know from when we've done gaming, like he's touched on it, and I mean,
what are we
Andy's-
changing
touched
backgrounds here?
I'm
I'm not even sure what's going on here.
I didn't know that was part of the podcast. So
I'm not looking because it's freaking me out.
Okay.
I'll let you know. I'll ping you.
yeah, absolutely. What I'm going to do, I'm going to drop for a second.
Yes.
Taking care of some things down there. You guys do your thing. I'm going to try to hit this back up at in about 40 minutes or 30,
Yeah,
35 minutes.
I'll shoot you a text, just letting you know where we stand. We'll see where things stand. It might be plus or minus 5 minutes or whatever. So I'll
Okay.
shoot you a text.
Yeah,
Thanks, brother.
fantastic to see.
Thank
Swear
you,
to
Guru
God.
Driver.
Yeah, really appreciate
Appreciate
you
it,
hopping
brother.
on with us.
If
Yes, sir.
Mr. Clean was a sexy badass motherfucker,
Look.
he'd be you.
It'd be you.
Look, if
Mhm.
because I'm out of Reaper whiskey. That's it, right? So if I had to pick a person to end the Reaper whiskey on,
It'd be you.
I can't think of a better person than Grumman.
I agree.
Agreed.
And he disappears. All right. Ladies and gentlemen,
The
here
rest
we
of-
are moving into the third hour. Here we are. Then Grinch gets up and just leaves. Okay, well, that's one way to do it. Haas, do you have a new outfit and a new drink for the new hour as we roll into the next hour?
Probably.
All right, looking forward to it. Can't wait.
I mean, you know.
as you plow through something.
Popcorn.
This has been one hell of an episode.
Oh.
Holy shit.
Yeah. I mean, look, bro, it's an episode like only we could bring.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Absolutely.
Oh.
Mac, how you doing, brother? Yeah, you're muted.
Fucking trashed. I'm not muted.
Oh, you're not muted? You're just trashed.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Haley had to help me back to the chair.
No, you looked really comfortable on the floor, though. I was actually kind of jealous, to be honest.
It was comfortable.
It looked comfortable, bro.
I
was like, hey,
Cass,
Cass, Mac looks comfortable. Why can't we have enough space to be comfortable? I know, I saw that too.
I'm sorry, man.
And honestly, but no, don't be sorry.
I need to start eating this.
Don't be sorry, bro. Go ahead. Go ahead and
Definitely eat.
Go ahead and get the best chicken sandwich you've ever eaten in your life on. Yeah, because
hold on. Let me send the child the Popeyes. Yeah, Popeyes. I can't even remember what the best chicken sandwich is. The best chicken sandwich is the next one I put in my mouth.
These nuts. You're right.
In your mouth.
Every day of the week.
In your mouth.
In your mouth. In your mouth. Right?
I was at 6'11", and I am
At the end of the day, it's been a
fucking
phenomenal
hammered.
episode. Yeah.
I thought it was a shit ton of fun.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, and dude, having all these guests come back has been fantastic.
Oh,
I look.
You may not think so tomorrow.
No, having them back has been fantastic. No, Reaper whiskey, probably should have thought that through a little bit, but thankfully I'm out of it.
You agreed to do that.
Do I need to pick another whiskey to do shots with for the last couple episodes? I think I do.
This is fucking amazing. This has been great.
Is that the Long Branch?
That's the Long Branch.
Long Branch is about to be cash. Look, you were looking to get rid of alcohol. Here you go. Done.
I can't even pour it.
Branch is like, I don't know, but I'm going to be killing zombies later.
Is he frozen?
I think so.
No, I'm sending
there he
OJ
goes.
the info
He's just
again.
so still.
He's so stoic.
This has been one hell of an episode.
I texted a buddy of mine that
You gonna bring him on?
I can. A guy I work with that thankfully I won't work with long because he's going to the other company.
There's that.
And told him, I said, because he listens to a lot of the episodes, I said, just wait for episode 100.
It'll be
It's a good thing you won't. It's a good thing you won't work for me anymore because you'll have no respect.
Fear is for others. Like,
What did that say?
Fear is
say
for
that.
others.
Brother, you're killing it.
You fucking love it.
You're killing it, brother. Love you.
doing what I can, fellas. I'm trying to pull my
Bringing
weight
your
over
A
here.
game.
Trying to pull my weight over here.
You're doing it. You're
100
definitely doing it.
episodes in, and I want to tell each one of you.
Yes.
And some of this may be the Reaper.
You regret it?
Oh,
Yeah, greatly.
Let the Reaper flow.
Yeah.
Let the
love
Reaper
each and every
flow
one.
through your body.
I love each and every one of you.
Likewise.
I mean, look.
You know, it's been 30 plus years, and I'm glad to have each and every one of you in my life still.
Same, bro. I couldn't agree more.
I feel like you guys were waiting for more there. Sorry.
I really thoroughly enjoyed this tonight.
Absolutely.
It's been a lot of fun.
We're rolling
I
out
don't know
of
that
the
I'll
hour.
enjoy it tomorrow morning, but I've enjoyed it tonight.
Yeah. I mean,
you know, it's the choices we make.
is that a spicy chicken sandwich?
It is a regular chicken sandwich. Extra pickles though.
Okay. Oh, see, yeah.
And I
got to have the extra pickles up in that motherfucker.
Lots of Chick-fil-A.
Compton, I don't know if you saw this earlier. Boom.
I did. I absolutely did.
I thought he was going even lower with that, but okay.
Well, I don't know if you saw
excited
this
for a minute.
earlier, but
My crotch.
hey, is this a rash? Have you guys seen this before? Do they make
I
an
get a
ointment
shot for that.
Do they make an ointment for this?
Yes.
Penicillin will clear that right up.
I really can't wait till we can all be zusammen
Together.
Vita. Yeah.
No, I agree.
I miss you guys a
Some
lot.
of that's alcohol speaking. I'm
yeah,
not gonna,
but it's
I'm
still
not gonna
true.
deny it.
It doesn't
But
make
some
any
of it
less
is
true.
yeah, some of it's true. Well, a lot of it's true. A lot of it's true.
I feel like
Yeah.
Chris Roca should jump into this call.
Yeah, fuck you. I will swear
would
to
be
God. I will
fantastic.
Control Alt Delete. I will walk my laptop over the window and throw it down to the fucking ground. Nope. Nope.
Just have him
swear
just,
to
like,
God. Swear to
click
God.
in real
Had that
quick.
been had that
Look,
been Roca,
so
had that
hold
been
on.
Roca instead of Roca instead of Grumman, I'd have fucking left, bro.
I'm gonna ask this
Peace.
question.
I'd have been done.
Ask
and
it.
then I'm gonna eat my chicken,
Then eat your chicken
my
sandwich.
waffle fry.
Waffle fries.
Because this is, I don't want to say it's been bothering me, but I'm curious.
Curious.
Yeah.
You like that? I'm your echo.
Asmir. And look, at the end of the day, I don't have a dog in the fight at all.
At all.
How am I
Continue.
angrier right now?
What was it against Paul? Oh,
I don't even know what's happening right now. I don't even charcuterie.
is that a Lunchable?
European Lunchable.
European.
So when I'm done eating this, we'll put a butt plug in there with suppository.
So when I'm done eating ass. So what was it against Paul that you did not like?
It was the audio. He said this numerous times.
Was that it? I mean,
yes.
Okay.
That's it.
I like Paul as a person. He's perfectly fine. But God damn it, dude, don't be driving on the goddamn
Well,
road and doing a
but in his
podcast.
defense, right? I mean, I think that was a last minute thing with COVID, right?
It is COVID.
Shut the fuck up.
Hey, so
dickhead.
more important, you're building your super band. Who's your lead singer?
Pat
Thor.
Monahan.
Thor.
Done.
Lead singer.
No,
Who-
are we
who's
not
your
doing
lead-
an
No?
episode on this?
I thought we were doing an episode on
I
it.
thought we were doing a whole episode on
Let's
this.
start a teaser. Let's start a teaser.
Oh, teaser.
Oh, Grinch is a fluffer.
Mm-hmm.
Eddie Vedder.
You going Eddie Vedder?
As a teaser.
Thanks, Santa Claus. Who would I choose as my
I mean,
fluffer?
otherwise,
teaser.
How do you
lead
how do
singer.
you stop a dog from humping your leg?
Punch it in the face.
Fucking massage the balls. Duh.
Quite an episode.
Mac knows the answer.
Well, what's the answer, Mac?
Come on, Mac. Do you know the answer?
He doesn't.
This is Tim Fowler, classic. Going back to our Longhorn days.
God, that was a long time ago.
Yes, yes. Mac, override this fuck. Unmute yourself. What's the answer? Stop, Thor. Stop muting him.
No, I'm
He knows-
asking to unmute.
He knows the answer.
He doesn't.
Fucker.
You're still muted. Can you please work that out?
Essie meerkat this.
Stop muting me, motherfucker.
Yes.
Fuck you.
How do you stop a dog from humping your leg?
Why would you?
Not the answer I expected.
That's just a good Friday night.
Do you know what the real answer is?
I don't know, Grinch. How do you stop a dog from humping your leg?
Pick it up and suck its dick.
For all you listeners out there, we do not condone that. Please understand, we do not condone that. So what have we been through?
That was not the answer I was expecting.
Bet it works.
Hold on, let me go find Oreo.
Oh, it is Friday still for us. Hoff is Saturday, so he can't do that now.
So far today, ladies and gentlemen, we have had the Flash on. We have had Jason Houck, Scruffy Gomez, Tyler Martinolich, and we are looking to go ahead and plow ahead and see. Oh, somebody's jumping in.
Oh,
who is this?
I gotta go make my new drink. Fuck.
Gotta make the drink.
We got the doc in the
The
house.
doc is here.
I gotta go clean my shorts.
And promptly Haas just runs out of the room.
Haas runs away. Mac's gonna clean his shorts. This is the effect you have. You just show up.
I know. It's the presence thing. It's the presence thing. All right, now how the hell do I get this whiskey out of this box? There we go. All right, so special for tonight, Yamato Japanese whiskey.
Nice.
Ooh,
very nice, sir.
Look at this man.
The Japanese whiskey's always good.
Yes.
You fucking made it. You fucking made it. Four best friends who all zoomed in and made this podcast show. You fucking made it. You fucking made it. Thanks to 40 years of friendship and lots of alcohol. For a spirited debate. First you make the drink, then you drink the drink, and you talk about the drink to the room. Then you get a little drunk and you talk about stuff with an unsuspecting guest and make your spouse leave the room. 'Cause you fucking made it. You fucking made it. Congratulations on your 100th episode.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, here we are. We are in hour number 3, and we have the doc on. In case you weren't sure, it was episode 235 from season 2, episode 35, Bang Your Head, Mental Health Will Drive You Mad, a look at men's mental health. The doc was fortunate enough to come on and discuss mental health with us. And here we are once again on our 100th celebratory episode. We have the doc back in the house. It is good to have you here, sir. And are you just drinking that straight? Japanese whiskey?
I am. I like to try new whiskeys neat first.
Okay.
It's got a slight room temperature chill on it, and if I hate it, then you add ice. So,
all right, there you go.
Shit, what was my question?
I don't know, because unfortunately he's about 3 hours behind us in terms of drinking.
Yeah, he is. We're in ludicrous speed.
Yes.
At this point,
What are you
we
talking about? We're
actually
doing just
have
fine.
had a special guest appearance from the Groove, who was on previously and may rejoin us.
May,
just so you know.
Oh.
I know. He's a celebrity, but we were lucky.
What the fuck am I looking at?
I'm
What the hell is this?
I'm distracted all of a sudden.
That is enthralling.
I don't even know what I'm like. Haas, what am I even looking at?
But
whoa,
actually,
there, train wreck. This station. Okay.
Thor, what I was going to ask is,
Yes.
if I remember right, that episode is in like our top 10.
The mental health?
Yes.
Let me check real quick for you.
Mental health. will
It
drive
is
you
now.
It is now.
Whether it is or not, we're going to say it is. You need to get your facts straight before you ask those questions there, Grinch.
I knew what I was setting up.
Doc, how's it going, Bubba?
Not that hat, man. I'm just.
Yeah.
I need some stuff that's not yet legal in North Carolina for reasons I don't
Well,
understand.
I'm not even sure what I'm looking at.
Speaking of legal in North Carolina, you
Is
should
it-
know
Yeah, it should be legal.
that the Mac is 3.5 shots in on the Reaper, which is whiskey infused with the Carolina Reaper.
That shit should be illegal in every state.
That should be illegal in every state.
There's a reason I have changed my name to the Dragon, because I want to be farting fire all night. I'm pretty sure Mrs. Mack has said that I'm not sleeping in the bed tonight. So
Nice.
Well, that's mainly because you're going to be shitting yourself all night. But
what do you mean all night? You're assuming I haven't started already. So Doc,
don't trust
The room's not on fire, so
Oh wait, what?
Don't trust a shark.
Wait, what?
in honor of you, it's not all Reaper. It's half Reaper, half Long Branch.
Oh,
Because I did run out of Reaper, unfortunately. But I'm going to
I'll
throw
help
it
you
back.
run
to
out
you,
of
sir.
Reaper. I've had the same bottle of Reaper for 2 years.
I think I've gone through an entire bottle of. Let me rephrase it. It feels like I've gone through an entire bottle tonight.
what are you
it's like
drinking? Doc?
Drano. Sure cleans you out, but it leaves you hollow and empty inside.
Oh, Haas missed out. This is Yamato.
Okay. Yamato. Yamato?
Yeah, Yamato.
Okay.
Mac, I'll never get tired of that reaction.
Oh, Mac. Did you take another shot of. I thought you were out.
Ooh,
Take another one?
Man.
He said, "I don't fuck around."
All right, so the Yamato, it's not too bad. I got to be honest. It's a 50%er, or actually 49%er. So it tastes like drinking Splenda. Honestly, probably could use a little bit of ice.
Splenda.
It's a pretty smooth drink.
And Doc, I'm sorry. I threw back the Reaper there. What were you drinking? I'm sorry.
Yamato.
Okay, that's right. The Japanese
drink whiskey. Yes, pretty good though. I like it.
What's your broad assessment of the Japanese whiskeys?
Yeah. Agreed.
It's tough to make a broad assessment because they've really kind of gone all over the place. There's not, if you go and get a Scotch, it ranges from a certain thing to a certain amount of peaty, right? If you get bourbon, it's got a certain amount of smoke in it. If you get an American whiskey, it's got that little bit of sweetness in it. So you always kind of know what to predict. But with the Japanese stuff, they're really kind of going their own way. And so I think it just depends on brand to brand. I've had such a gamut. I don't remember which one it is.
Have you had the gunpowder one?
Which what?
Gunpowder? The Japanese gunpowder whiskey?
No, I've not had that.
It's hard for me to listen to your questions.
Okay, good. So it's not just that damn Adam.
Well,
I feel like a goddamn wizard's talking to me right now.
I am a goddamn wizard. I mean, look at this nipple. This is the nipple
What's
of
the
a goddamn
nipple?
wizard.
Oh,
What's the nipple? have to do
And
with
I
it?
don't want to sidetrack.
wait.
this
Are
too
the
much.
assless chaps
Hold on.
coming out? I need to know now. Because I'm doing more shots if they are.
I don't want to sidetrack us too much.
Maybe bring up some cheap whiskey. Okay.
Says the
On
man
flip
who's
side,
done 4 shots of Reaper.
5.
He's like, is literally the Reaper standing behind me?
my ass is burning.
That's just the scythe of the Reaper. He's like, ah.
I want to ask this because we know Haas has gone through a couple shirts as we've had guests on. And I see Doc has graced us with a shirt tonight.
Yeah. Are the Georgia Bulldogs the best team? Yes.
That was not my question by any stroke of the imagination. My
Actually, this
question was
is the older one. This isn't the newest.
Hold on. As
Hold on,
Bulldog fans,
let me talk.
I'm sorry. My bad. My bad. I'm muting myself.
Wait a minute. Let me talk.
That got really high really quick. Sorry.
Yeah, it did.
My question was going to be on your shirt. It looks like I think it's the 2017 championship shirt. Clearly not a national
2017
championship.
or 2018, I think.
Yeah, conference championship. At what point do you plan on burning that?
Yes,
When
is
I
the
run out
answer.
of room in my T-shirt closet for all the
for all the additional championship shirts.
Exactly.
Fair enough, man. Look, at the end of the day, they had a fantastic run last year. So
Who saw this coming besides me?
You.
That the grooming
Just
was
you.
coming back.
Just you, apparently.
look.
This is amazing. This is amazing.
It may be the Reaper. It may be the Reaper talking, but I want to ask a question that I probably shouldn't.
You probably shouldn't.
I
Okay,
like
I'm
where
gonna
this is
go on
going. Let me mute myself as I ask my own question.
That's fucked up, dude. That's really fucked up.
Here, I'll help you with that. There you go.
I am number 2.
Who does number 2 work for?
You're done.
That's right. You tell that turn who's boss.
We got the doc back. We got the Gru back.
So we got time, and everybody else is muted. So this is perfect. This is perfect.
Absolutely, man. The floor is yours.
I had to change
But
this.
back to the earlier question. I don't think you can ever collect enough championship shirts of your teams. These are things I'm going to pass down to my great grandchildren, so that when we win another championship in 40 more years, they'll be able to remember the good.
I mean, why pass down like
anything?
Look, a decent climate or clean water, clean air. I think you should pass down to them like a Georgia champion T-shirt.
They've recently won more championships than South Carolina, so
easy, motherfucker.
I like the sparring. That's
you know what?
You know what? I like it. I like it.
I'm not beyond taint punching a motherfucker.
Taint punching.
What do you think the bad hand is for? I'm not going to use my boot. I'm not going to use my food eating hand. I'll use the bad hand.
I'm just going to say, you know what? Look, we have been on for over 3 hours. You know, the one thing that this entire episode has missed is it's missed a boom shakalaka.
Mm-mm.
No, it's
shakalaka.
No, it hasn't.
It
hasn't missed it. It hasn't missed it. It's just not been. It's not been inserted properly yet.
I'm just saying.
Nothing is ever inserted properly according to you.
It hasn't had the proper boom shakalaka.
Just patience, dude.
We gotta wait for it.
Wheels.
I gotta
hold on.
Because you're eating your charcuterie board. The fucking ear flapping over there.
So Drew, what are you?
First of all,
on?
Yeah.
But who? What?
What? Huh?
What are you sipping on?
What are you drinking?
I have Yingling, and I'm working on some Crystal Palace vodka.
A little Yingling, a little crystal meth. That's
I think
how he
Yingling
rolls.
is a crime against
Somebody must be
alcoholic
living in
beverages.
Florida.
It's right up there with Grappa.
Hold on.
He just shit all over your drink, Gru. You gonna take that?
Yeah, I am going to take it because I love all of you, and anything you give me, I will take. So
I just want to call
Yingling.
I think Yingling has a place, just like Coors Light, right?
Thank you, Mac.
If you're out mowing the yard and it's 110 degrees, and you're done mowing the yard, you want like that nice, really just kind of cool beer, like a Coors Light or a Yingling, right?
What?
Yep. Like a boring, flavor,
never.
no
That
taste.
shit's awful. Shit's awful.
Why can't I mute Grinch? Hold on.
Grinch,
what's wrong here?
Hey, so Doc and Gru, you were Gru, fuck this guy. Fuck this guy. Let me ask you, because 3/4 of us are on one side of this issue, and this is a vital issue to national security.
Method acting.
Is method acting pure bullshit? or is there a place for it?
Why is it every time we have a new guest and I convert them? No, fuck you. I convert them to my stance. You didn't want to pull in the next guest to your stance.
I'm sorry, you didn't convert.
So confirm or deny.
No,
confirm or deny.
I got
Method
Martin
acting
to
is
come
pure
over
bullshit.
and give me stipulations. No, don't try to pretend he didn't waver to my side. He came over to the dark side. We have fucking cookies over here. Yeah, he did.
No.
Yeah, not only did he come close, he conceded. He fucking conceded.
No, he did not.
Yeah, he did.
You gave us bullshit. He gave us intelligence.
All right, our guests. We have guests.
Grinch, when you're done, I think method acting is fantastic.
If you can
do it.
Mother. No, I need to shut up.
I mean, I think it can be.
Oh, you got muted.
Oh, fucking hell.
Because the host is
Swear to God, Door. Swear to God.
Let him say his piece.
He's a guest. You can't mute guests.
You cannot mute
You
guests.
can't. Oh,
no. Legal says we can't.
No.
Sorry.
No.
Unless they start spouting racism or Scientology or the Tom Cruise.
You're right.
Spirited debate.
You're right. Screwdriver, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, that's okay.
You dick.
No, it's not okay.
No.
Fuck him.
Gru, unmute. Tell him to fuck off because he's wrong.
Tell me that method acting is bullshit.
Would you stop hearing him? We need to hear what he says.
Quit leading the witness. Legal says
Sorry.
you can't do that.
Yes.
I'm not leading, I'm muting. That's
stop muting me, Thor.
Okay.
As the only theater letter that we have out of this group from the same school.
No. I have a letter.
I will say that method acting has its place.
I have
However,
a letter in theater.
It does not rule theater. Method acting has if that's what you know and what you do, you're fine.
Yes.
But Daniel Day-Lewis.
Thank you.
Method actor or just a hack. He's a method actor and he studies what he does and he's one
sexy beast. I have never loved.
Listen to me right now.
I got a third leg
fat
growing out of my abdominal area right now.
D.D. Lewis, one of my favorite actors of all time, and he can method your butt all the way out of here. So
well, you had Haas that method your butt.
I mean, method acting is it's actually it's a study. It is beyond all the funny stuff. It's a study of a particular character in a place and in a particular time. And if you can't do that, then you're not a good character actor or method actor.
You. That's my point. How else are you supposed to get there?
All right, Doc.
I think it can be used as a form of snobbery. I'm kind of a musician, so I understand that you have different schools, and so you have the serious hardcore classical school. You have jazz, which is classic for people that make a lot of mistakes. But you can tell somebody there's even a lot of dance music folks and pop music folks that are classically trained, and you can tell that in their music, but they're not playing classical music. So it can be a little bit of snobbery, but it's just a different school. It's a different method of training, or sorry for the pun there, but it's a different way of training. I think I got to give Christian Bale props. I keep watching American Psycho. And
you mean a method actor?
Yeah, I mean, they're brilliant. And Daniel Day-Lewis, I mean, Gangs of New York, he stole the entire show. But then on the other hand, you have the good solid direction of Kubrick, and you look at things like The Shining, Full Metal Jacket, and there wasn't a lot of method on the actor's part. It was the cinematographer's part. So
yes,
it's one of those things where you want to make sure that the actor matches the vision, or it's just not going to work.
Yeah, but Stanley ran his actors into the fucking ground. I mean, that was one of the issues there.
Yeah, so. I mean, there's certainly been some stories related to how he hounded, what's her name? I always think Olive Oil, but that,
yeah, I know who you're talking about.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
I'm gonna
Shelley Duvall.
Shelley Duvall. I'm gonna bring a couple things together from other podcasts, which actually I think works out really cool. Because you know me, I like overlap. I like Venn diagram.
You like your Venn goddamn diagrams.
Yes. So, maybe Doc first. If you had to pick your top 3 movies, and then Gru, we slide over to you for your top 3 movies. What would they be?
Sliding into
and why
my
would
top
they be
3
Tombstone?
movies?
Yeah.
Or oh my gosh, I got.
And you can toss in why if you want. I mean, movies are near and dear to all of our hearts, as is music. So,
that's a great question. And
why is Die Hard the best Christmas movie?
That's a different conversation.
Wait, no. Well, we have one amongst us who doesn't think it is, and the Reaper has taken hold of his mic, and so he no longer has a vote. But it's cool. Wait,
top 3.
There he is.
What
Please,
were we
gentlemen,
talking about? I'm sorry.
your top 3 movies and why.
It's not Die Hard.
Give me 5 minutes and continue this conversation, because I need to. Because my first one is The Ninth Gate, with Johnny Depp, and
I mute you.
Hold on. Isn't he also a method actor?
I don't know.
Or is he just playing a part? I mean, I guess Pirates of the
I don't think
Caribbean.
he's method.
He's just playing a drunk douche.
He's just J Depp.
Gosh, 2001: Space Odyssey. If I had to pick, my top 3 movies would be the top 3 movies that I would not have a problem with on a desert island, seeing that over and over
and over.
Oh, there you go.
The Ninth Gate, 2001: Space Odyssey, and I'll get back to you. I don't want to kill time.
Doc,
I feel like it should be an Evil Dead movie.
I have
Army
the
of
Evil
Darkness?
Dead
What's
close to my heart, and I was a big fan of the new Multiverse of Madness that came out, which I'm sure you guys have talked about.
Yeah, because Marvel's amazing. Don't listen to Thor.
Don't listen to the worm, Mac.
He's on his own island here.
Mhm.
Just block him out.
It's not even really an island.
I mean,
it's more like flotation.
Wait, what does this guy do?
devices.
Is he in the arch?
Huh.
Yeah, so those are always tough questions, right? What are your 3 favorite? And it really depends on what you're going for. So if you go with the desert island, right? Because if you think there's so many great movies, there's movies you love like Taxi Driver, THX 1138, Full Metal Jacket, but man, you can't span that back to back. It's just too much for your mind. But for pure fun, I'm gonna have to go for Aliens. It combines that
nice.
Vietnam
War. Come to the warm fold of me.
Sci-fi. It's got some of the best and strongest characters. Before we've kind of gone a little bit into this more political correct environment where people were tough because they were tough and because they made decisions that were tough. I mean, think about it. The whole time you're hating Gorman, and then spoiler alert, in the tunnel with a grenade.
Mm-hmm.
Like, dude, man,
you always were an asshole, like Gorman,
right?
He's the man.
And so you've got great characters, and it's a spammable movie, right? You can put it on forever and ever, Amen.
Amen.
I got to go for the first Matrix.
Oh, okay, nice.
First off, love the cyberpunk feel. 2, I love Rob Zombie. 3, it hits all that kind of like post 90s Gen X angst, but in a simulation theory.
Stop it.
Kind of way. And again, these aren't like, I'm not going to tell you the best movies, Academy Award winning, etc. But and then actually another one that again, it's too damn deep, but I would definitely take on a desert island, is K-Pax, Kevin Spacey.
Really? That's awesome.
That's a left fielder.
Okay.
I know, but it's just it's a hard premise to describe, and it's a hard movie to understand, but there's a ton to it that you just they never marketed it right. It hit right after 9/11 there. Just everything went wrong for that movie. And I think it was actually one of his best performances. I think he did better there than he did in American Beauty, which is saying a hell of a lot.
I mean, I go Usual Suspects whenever I think Kevin
Oh,
Spacey.
yeah, Usual Suspect, yes.
Yeah, but nowadays nobody wants to get behind Kevin Spacey.
He's toxic. He's toxic, right?
Yeah, but
I'm behind him.
Usual Suspects, once you see it, you don't want to see it again. There are some movies you need to watch over and over.
Yeah, but with Kevin Spacey, it's not that they want to get behind him; they don't want to get in front of him and bend over. That's what they don't want to do.
I'm curious though. When you say that, what are some movies where you think about where you need to see over and over?
Paranormal Activity. A big fan of that scare. Because there's things I miss every time I watch it, and I hate it. And my 12-year-old, we made her watch it because she's like, I am. No, she
never
demanded
sleep alone again.
she demanded it. My wife and I were like, "Are you sure?"
Yeah, and I love your daughter. She's a sweetheart, but dang, son.
And she watched the first Paranormal Activity.
I didn't like that.
There
movie.
was some.
I was still like,
there was some crying involved, and it was awesome. So we're gonna do the next one.
Okay. Wow. Some hardcore parenting going on.
That's her thing. I don't. You know what? But I do love. We the whole family loves the horror thing, except for our little one. He's 8 years old. He doesn't like the horror.
So let me ask you a really important question.
Sure.
What is your favorite horror series, and why is it The Haunting of Hill House?
No, it's not The Haunting of Hill House. And we all have favorite horror series. Why would you say that?
Hold on.
There's a reason.
I want to ask a follow-up question to that.
It's not The Haunting of Hill House.
Oh, what?
Well, I'm in all the way.
Good.
It is good. No, it's fine. War Z, Resident Evil, Bioplague.
God, The Haunting of Hill House is the. All right.
So hold on. I want to ask a follow-up question. I want to ask a follow-up question to that, and you can list them both out.
Yes, sir.
Once we lay out both questions. So Grinch has asked, "What's your favorite horror show?" What's your favorite reality show, and why is it Love Island?
I don't do Love Island. I hate reality. So
because it's fucking garbage. That's why.
Yeah, I left reality TV behind somewhere around the.
Hey, listen, these idiots watch that shit. These idiots watch that shit.
Wow.
Just hammer them. Just hammer them over that garbage.
All right, like we're talking episode 3 of the original Real World. So that's how long I've been out of the.
Wow, that's a long time ago. Yeah.
We're talking real shit, and you idiots bring up that stupid. So let's talk about Archive 81.
Okay, I can get behind you on Archive 81. I was not a fan. Look, I was not a fan of Hill House. I watched it because you recommended it.
And it's amazing.
I did like what was the one on the island with the demon?
Midnight
Vampire.
Mass.
Yeah,
Midnight Mass.
It was a vampire.
Spoiler alert.
I need to go on mute because I've lost track of my
Yeah.
thought process.
Sorry, Thor's been talking for like the last
I
5
know.
minutes. on
What
mute,
is this? What
which
is
I
this
think is
guy doing?
great.
You
I
host
think
this
it's
shit. What are you
great.
doing?
I think no, it's great because he keeps muting people, and yet he's talking while being muted.
I was gonna say I can get on board with Archive 81.
Does he not realize he's on mute? Can he not hear us?
Thor, stop muting everybody. You're fucking this whole flow up.
You're
No,
on mute too.
Let's
There you go.
talk about this show, A Spirited Debate. I don't want to talk about Midnight Mass. I want to talk about this show.
Well, unmute Gru.
Well, he's got to do that. I can't do that.
Hey, Doc.
Yes.
How you doing, buddy?
There you go.
Surviving.
Yeah. How was Italy? Did you guys have a good time?
Holy shit. That was absolutely amazing. Absolutely.
Good, I'm glad.
Where'd you go?
I mean, it's nice. It's nice when you travel with a partner who's a sommelier, huh?
Yeah.
To Italy.
So we went into Torino, which is the Piedmont area of Italy. For those of you that don't know where Torino is, it's south of France, north of the water, and not the place where they serve tomatoes with everything.
Let's also give absolute credit to the missus, who is a level 3.
She is a level 3 WSET.
Let's talk about what the test is to get to that.
Oh God. I mean, she has studied for years, and basically you take it's correspondence online type course, but then you have to actually go in person, do a multi-hour written test, and then you have to do a multi-stage tasting, which is completely subjective. So don't get with distinction because you get with distinction because you wrote well, but you actually have to have a palate that matches the industry standard.
I mean, my own boss is not a level 3 because he has said I couldn't tell the difference between the taste of X and Y. And it just is what it is.
Yeah.
But to give absolute props to the Mrs. Doc, to become a level 3 sommelier, it's like an 8-hour test that includes writing, describing how things are made, and you have to be able to discern between different tastes so you can determine if this grape was from there or there or there. It's amazing. It's absolutely amazing.
And the big thing about, any of those palate-based tests is what you're tasting isn't actually there. There's not bananas, or there's not tobacco, there's not dirt, there's not smoke actually in this. So you're having to identify something that your brain senses, but you don't have the direct connection to. And so being able to do that quickly and accurately and then pull out multiple things out of a complex blend is mind-boggling.
It's very impressive.
Which is what I've always had an issue with when it comes to alcohol, and in terms of people constantly saying this tastes like XYZ, and I'm like, I didn't get that.
So Doc, I gotta ask. I'm gonna go completely off the rails to the RX rated version of this question. So do you drink or eat different things so that when you finish in her mouth, does she change? Does she taste different things?
Can we just stop this question right now?
No.
Yes, because you're asking that question with that hat on.
Yeah.
There's so many problems with the question to begin with.
No, but there's not.
Much less with the
how much
hat.
fun would that be?
Barriers.
Because you got cranberries,
You are not obligated.
Screwdriver's
chocolate, you got vanilla,
to
you got
any of
like
this.
there's so many different flavors
Doc,
of
you don't
things
have
you
to
can
answer that
drink.
question.
We try to keep Haas on the rails.
Let's unpeel this onion here. Let's unpeel
Is
this
there
onion.
vanilla notes
if
on
you've
your
got-
tongue?
Listen,
This
no.
man-
I'm
hold on.
just saying,
This
if
man-
you've got
Hold
that
on.
level,
Wait a minute.
of someone who's got that DNA for taste buds, like how do you not play around with that for fun? Sexual.
The most important
Like,
thing is
you guys think I'm being gross and rude
This
and
is why we
detestable.
love
Hey, Beth,
I'm
Thor, I'm
saying
so
this is
sorry.
science. This is science. How
Wait a
can you
minute.
not
though.
appreciate
The
science?
important part, though, is
Science.
You said
You fucker.
we said let's unpeel that onion.
You're trying
And
to
the
address
important part is
You're trying to
you
trick it
never
up with
want it
some
to taste
science.
like an onion.
No, you never want it to
At
taste like
the
that.
end of the day, it should never taste like an onion.
But let's be honest about this.
Mac,
Really,
why did you just try to even help with that?
Really, the answer
Is it the Reaper talking? Did the Reaper take the wheel again?
Go ahead, Doc. Answer the question,
Yes,
brother.
sir.
We've come off the rails.
You
Go
fucking
ahead.
idiots. I
Hey,
want to
hang on, I
like
gotta have another
virtually
drink.
slap all of you. God damn
This
it.
is what 3 hours of drinking will do.
Oh,
So,
Jesus.
So to answer your question, blowjobs are overrated. So I'm just going to go right there.
There you go.
Whoa.
End of
Wait,
conversation. Moving
hold
on.
Hold on.
Nope. No
Nope.
holding on.
Yes.
Nope.
No, you're
I
done.
can appreciate
Moving
you
on.
taking the high road. I would love to have a sidebar conversation with you at some point.
Nope.
So look,
The question I want to ask though,
Redacted.
let me ask this question: if they're overrated, what takes their place?
Well, I mean, been married 11 years, 46 years old, nothing.
So they're not overrated. Then. They're important.
They're not overrated. They're properly
Just know the Reaper is doing all the talking.
I
Right now.
have 7
No, it's
kids.
not. This
do
is
You mute me over this shit.
I'm just saying.
This is
like,
a legitimate
like-
question. Then
like Doc, do you occasionally like eat walnuts or pecans in your morning porridge? Just to see
Thor,
if, like,
Thor,
she's like,
mute
wait a
him,
minute,
mute
wait a
him.
You
Hold
had
on.
pecans
Hold on.
this week, didn't you?
Right. I have 7 kids. Just do the math on where it goes.
all right.
fair
Look,
enough.
I'm
Fair
just saying,
enough.
if you have 7 kids, it goes lots of places.
At the end of the day, both Doc and Groove Driver,
And I love you, homie. You know.
thank you so much for
This is
being here.
fantastic.
We're sorry that it came off the rails. We appreciate you both
No,
taking
it's
time
okay.
out of your
Me.
busy schedule to be here for our 100th celebratory episode. I'm not even sure where this went. Not even closely related.
Hey.
Yes.
Let me ask
It
this.
did not go to
Let me
plan.
ask this.
Dave, no.
No, we're gonna bring this
Wrench.
back. We're gonna bring this back. If you could
What's your favorite
choose
episode and why is it The
your-
Legend of the Haas Nest Monster?
if you were building your ultimate metal band and you could choose your vocalist, bassist, guitarist,
Drummer.
and drummer.
Already know.
Yeah. All right, Gru, go, man. Who would you? What would you use to build your ultimate band?
It is. I have to give me a
No, you just said you know.
Yeah, I
Don't
do
tell me
know.
then you have to look
Dang it.
for anything.
And
Three.
let me
Hold
offer
on,
this
hold on.
for some context. As Pantera has announced, they're going to do a 2023 tour.
Wait, what?
I swear to God.
I'm sorry. You said Pantera's going to do a tour?
I'm going to virtually punch you right in your fucking
That's
mouth.
Text change.
So we got
Chick-fil-A
Zach
eating.
Wild, who's now going to fill in for Dimebag Daryl. I can't remember his first name, but Benante,
I'm sorry,
the drummer,
did you say
the drummer for
Dimebag Daryl?
Anthrax,
Yeah, hell yeah.
who's going to
What?
become the drummer.
Brendan Small.
All right. Do they all have to be alive? Is the first question.
Nope.
All right. So I'm
Well,
going.
so it's funny. It's
burden
funny you
on
asked that,
bed.
Doc. We initially we said no, but then we've also said you could have a second set that were alive.
Yeah, I mean, we kind of
We've kind of wavered
like,
back and forth. To be honest.
you've got free reign for anybody
Yeah,
alive
free
or
reign.
dead, and then we
then-
talked about having like a almost
like
like a
you could go
fantasy-
see them
a
in
fantasy
concert
draft
tomorrow. Yeah,
of,
exactly.
If I take so and so, now they're no longer on the table.
All right. So totally blue sky rainbows are all still alive.
Yep,
We're going to go with
yep,
Burton on bass.
Okay.
I'm going to go with finish out the rhythm section with Danny Carey, right?
Yep.
That's a great choice.
Jesus.
That Chicken Metal?
Do you put in we'll do Bertucci on guitar.
What remind me who's he? What's his background?
Oh, shit, what's the name of him? Having a complete brain fart. Jordan Rudis plays keys for him. They do prog metal. Cheese and rice.
Dream Theater.
Dream
Yeah,
Theater.
are you talking
Thank
about
God.
Dream
Okay.
Theater?
Yeah. That was
Holy
gonna be my
moly.
first guess.
Now, guitar or a second guitar. I take just about anybody, but maybe even go all the way back to Wyoming.
Well, can't go wrong with him.
But man, vocals. Ooh.
Well,
oh man.
And as we kicked around the other day, Oscar killing me. Ignore this is the person who writes all the lyrics, or this is the person who keeps the band together.
The songwriter.
Just
that's one of the that's one of the things
on
we've
style. Yeah.
we've had to discuss as well.
In this situation, I'm going to throw it out. Okay, Bruce Dickinson. He is literally
right.
the guy that got me into metal in the first place.
Iron Maiden.
Iron
Yep.
Maiden.
Agreed.
There you
Heck yeah. No,
I think we're all on the same page on that one.
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay. So just to review, we got Bruce Dickinson, lead vocals. He doesn't play an instrument, right?
Nope.
And you said Danny Carey on drums.
Mhm.
Solid
Oh.
choice.
John
Solid.
Petrucci on guitar.
And he's from remind me.
Dream Theater.
Dream Theater.
Dream Theater. Yep. And who we got on bass?
Cliff Burton.
Yeah. Yeah.
Old school Metallica.
Legend.
Dave, it's Brendan Small. He does Metalocalypse.
Oh yes.
Metalocalypse.
From Home Movies,
Okay.
from Soup to Nuts. His crazy. Oop. Amazing.
All right. What's the rest of your lineup?
Ace. Geddy Lee from Rush.
All right.
And we put you on the spot
I know. It's
because Grinch is a bastard.
we have the benefit of we've
had this discussion
last week.
Yeah, we kicked this can around a lot in the yard last week. So we realized we're putting you on the spot.
3, 2.
Drums, Joey Jordanson, but he passed away.
Yeah, it
That's
doesn't
okay.
matter. Doesn't
So
matter.
you're going
first blush, you're fine.
So do you transition to Jay Weinberg there? Or you stick with
No.
Joey?
No,
Stick with Joey.
yeah, stick with Joey.
Joey Jordanson
All right.
was awesome.
Yeah,
His was.
I mean, he's played for both Slipknot and Ministry. How can you go wrong?
Yep.
Yeah.
There you go. All right. Did it answer your question? Because we're moving along.
It was a great question, though.
Yeah. Well,
These are two great guys to ask that of, actually. Quite frankly.
I mean, if we're talking music, these two love music.
Oh,
We
yeah.
love music.
look, at the end of the day, we appreciate both of you being on the show. Gru,
Yep.
You
100%.
were obviously a welcomed addition. We were not expecting you today. Thank you so much for being here. The Doc, thank you so much. Really appreciate you guys taking the time out and spending it with us when, I know it's.
I would love to be back.
Yeah, I'd love to be back.
Maybe.
As a matter of fact, before you give me the shepherd's crook, on my topic of mental illness,
Yeah.
I am starting ketamine therapy on Monday. So in 2 to 3 weeks, I will be more than happy to share my experience, assuming that I do not go Sid Barrett on everybody.
Okay. Yeah, we
well,
will
there
hope
you
for that,
go.
actually. Yep.
I told the guys we didn't have a date, but we were gonna schedule you.
Yeah, given a lot of the recent news around finding out that SSRIs are pretty much bullshit, which I could have told you after about 15 different of them, and the fact that we've really been chasing psychology and psychiatry down the wrong paths, I am really interested to see if I get some long-term benefit from this, because it actually works at. It's hard to say healing the brain, but actually replacing some of the chemicals that are depleted by the depression cycle. So I will be more than happy to share my feelings on it. And, Monday at about 2:00, I will be assuming I'm going to be tripping balls. So I'll be thinking about that hat.
Nice.
Yeah.
Love to hear your feedback on that for sure.
100%.
I mean, right now I'm a little bit nervous. I got to be honest. I'm not in my late teens, early 20s where I'd, throw down any pill, slip of paper, shot, dust
Paper
that anybody
whiskey.
would hand
Yeah,
me.
but plenty of people have come out, like Joe Rogan. God, there's been I'm drawing a blank because I've been drinking and I'm super tired. But there's like numerous celebrities who have said that this has like saved their life. Ron White, the comedian Ron White, he
Yeah.
actually quit drinking, and all he does now is smoke weed and take hallucinogenics. And
As long as
he swears it saved his life, saved his marriage, like everything.
Well, yeah, I mean, and like I said, we'll dig into this more when everybody's a little bit more sober. But I think the next few years we're going to find out a lot about mental health that we've not known.
Yeah.
Now that we're starting to open these up, and I would not be surprised to start to see pressure. And actually, the funny thing is, it's going to come from the pharmaceutical industry, but to unlist hallucinogens from Schedule 1 and 2. They can start actually doing work on them.
Because I think it's all been a political money grab type situation instead of what's best for people.
Well, most of it, and again, there's a lot of like racism and social stuff and teetotaling that all goes into it. But at the end of the day, when we first started, finding a lot of the harder drugs in the 50s and 60s, as pharmacology was moving along, nobody knew what to do with it, and we couldn't really collect the data.
Yeah.
Now we can collect the data. We can do the MRIs. We can see the brain activity, and so it's it's a new world. So
it's a great new frontier.
Or I'll be seeing either one.
I hope for you that's the case.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, look, guys.
And if you ever need to talk,
I mean,
we are here.
We'd love to have
As
you
always,
on again and talk about that.
We have the podcast, and then there's a line between, do you just want to talk? And that's always there. But we absolutely love the two of you. You're our brothers.
For sure.
And
appreciate being here.
Greatly appreciate the two of you joining us. We've said it before,
Doc.
The vulnerability and just the rawness of that discussion that we had with you led to a really great episode. And Jeff, you're our brother. We love you. We
always will be.
Without a doubt.
We took a humorous stroke, towards the first time we had on with, had you on. But that doesn't mean, we never know if it's going to be a serious or humorous tone. I mean, we just don't know. Like we're taking this one episode at a time, and we always have you in mind.
That's fine. Listen, guys, if you have if you need an extra person, text me. I work from home. So if you need an extra person, or if you're like short, I will jump on and at least be the background person.
No, it seriously, it means so much to us, man.
I think it's important to note that, I think, Gru, you actually kind of filled in for me initially in one of the episodes I was not able to make, and I hate that I missed that. So I don't want you guys to ever feel like you're kind of a fill-in for anybody, right? We love to have you guys on, and we love to get the insight from both of you, in some of the different episodes we've had. So
I will say that all of you know who I am and what I do, and all of you can pull me into whatever you're doing. So I'm going to leave it at that.
Well,
and I've been filling in for
does that include what Haas is doing right now?
Sounds like is he licking a chicken ass? What's he doing?
Chris, I wanted to go see you in Europe.
I'm like, he's licking a chicken ass.
Maybe get rooted out.
Haas does some shit that we're all not so sure about.
That's cool. I don't care.
He's been in Bratislavia doing like payments
In
to
bathrooms.
random whatever the fuck.
Don't be hating on Bratislava.
All right,
It's a great
gentlemen,
nation.
that's
Great
it.
nation.
I'm out. I need a
love you
job,
guys.
so
Thank
I love
you so much.
At the end of the
We
day,
love you
gentlemen,
too,
thank you
Jeff.
so much.
Really
I
do,
appreciate y'all being here, and we will talk
Yep.
to y'all later.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
It was
All
great
right,
having
gentlemen.
you guys.
Always a pleasure.
Hey,
That's it.
Doc, good luck with everything. Please keep us abreast of what's
us in
going
mind.
on.
Yes.
Let us
And
know
let's,
if you
yeah.
need anything.
Even
Will
if you
do.
just need to bend an ear. Really.
Yeah, without a doubt.
Did you say you're going to
Or a
bend me
Mickey,
over?
a Mickey ear. Yeah, we got to
Bend
bend
that
that.
Mickey ear.
But yeah, I'll do anything I need to bend.
That's
to help
it,
you out,
Doc.
bro.
Thank you so much for being here, brother. We appreciate it, and we look forward to spending more time with you in the future. All right, gentlemen.
Holy fuck, did we make it?
Yeah.
That was a 3.5, almost 4 hour marathon.
4 hours marathon.
Did we
Yeah.
make it?
Jesus
We
Christ.
did 4 hours.
Brothers.
Thank you so much.
Made it. We made it.
100th episode. We made it a little over 4 hours. Wow. Mac, are you seeing straight?
No.
No. Okay. Well, then there you go.
Hold on. Did Hoff move? Because he was in the upper right corner. And
You
I was in the
can
lower
make
left
him back
corner.
to the upper right. I just did it.
He's where he's always been for me. So
I like
don't
him
know.
in the upper right.
Yeah.
I don't like him in
There
the
you
lower
go.
left.
Oh, I like him in the
Ladies and
80s.
gentlemen, there we go. 4+ hours in this episode. We knew it was going to be a long one. We weren't sure how long. There we go. Guest after guest after guest. Mac, Reaper shot after Reaper shot. We appreciate you. You powered through, brother. We appreciate it.
And you're not on the floor. You're not on the
No,
floor.
you're not. You're still upright.
Right? And
I
you're not
will
in the
be-
bathroom
as soon as,
hugging
as
the
soon as we
toilet.
disconnect from this call, I will be on
So
the
when
floor.
we all hop on and play some zombies together,
That's it. Let's do it. Gentlemen, as always, I appreciate it for all. You're just waiting on that Chick-fil-A. Is that it?
why are you waiting?
Yeah, no
I
shit.
don't know. I
Is that
finished
just an
the
empty
fries.
bag? What are you doing?
I finished the fries. I need to eat the
Yes,
Need to eat
you
the
chicken
do.
sandwich because
You really do.
You
Because it's the
1000%
second-
do.
It's the
There's a
second
lot of
rated
li-
chicken sandwich in the world. You
damn
might
it,
as well
shut
eat
up.
it. No, I don't think so. That's not how this works.
there's a lot of liquid in the body,
And
and
not
this is a
enough
big
food.
body to absorb a lot of liquid, but it hasn't absorbed it all.
There you go.
That
4+
was fun.
hours. 4+
Fun.
hours, gentlemen. We made it. 100th episode, celebrating. For all you listeners out there, all you masturbators, check us out at aspiritedebate.com. You can check out all of our episodes. You can drop us a line there. Let us know a drink you'd like us to try, a topic you'd like us to debate, or you can hit us up at the 4 Horsemen at aspiritedebate.com. Same thing. Let us know.
Hey, fellas.
But
fellas.
yes.
Is that
Yes.
Hey, fellas.
Fellas.
By the way.
Fellas.
By
Yes.
the way.
Yes.
Boom! Shakalaka, motherfucker!
It took you long enough. Only took
I
you
was
4
gonna-
fucking
I was
hours.
going to ask, is that FOUR or the number 4?
It is FOUR. We spell it
It's
out because we're
FORE.
intelligent
Making
young
sure.
men.
FORE.
We are intelligent. FOR. Wait,
FORE.
FOUR.
I just woke up my wife. Sorry.
FOUR.
And,
The
my bad.
4 Horsemen.
My bad.
and everybody else in the flat, probably,
That's it.
right?
Yeah, that was me last night. We were playing zombies.
That's it. The 4 Horsemen at
I got the-
aspiritedebate.com.
Yeah, no.
Did
sorry.
you
Sorry,
win? And I was like,
Yes.
yeah.
Drop us a line at the 4 Horsemen at aspiritedebate.com. A drink you'd like us to try, a topic you'd like us to debate. If we can get you on, we would love to. We would love to bring you in as a guest, let you debate any topic that you bring to the table. Would be nothing but enjoyable for us. Gentlemen, as always, I appreciate it. Mac, your 5 shots of Reaper, insurmountable at this point. We will see what happens when we hit our 200th episode. If we are that fortunate, you may not be upright at that point. But gentlemen, I love you all. I appreciate you all being here, and we will do this again next week.
Love you guys.
Quick teaser before we leave. This is the end of season 2. After
Mhm.
this, we roll into season 3.
We fucking
That
did
is-
it.
it
We fucking
is.
did it.
Season
We
3,
fucking
here
did
we
it.
come.
We fucking did it.
We
Did you
fucking
just
did
love
it.
Dude, that song was so good.
It was.
And then
awesome.
how-
Thank you to
House
the
rap.
fancies. Right?
I mean,
Look, yeah.
with
What
you
a- what an
beatboxing,
episode.
Grinch. I mean, what an amazing tonight.
Hold on.
Tonight was so
I-
great.
I think it's important to take a moment and pause.
Yes. Pausing.
To realize that we're going to have two
How many?
top 10, two,
Not 1, but 2.
not 1, not 2, not 3, but 2 top,
Not 3, but 2.
top 100 songs on the Billboard top 10 song.
You don't know what we're
Top
going to
10
have.
list.
You don't know.
Yeah, I do.
You're
Those
done.
were fantastic songs.
Ladies and gentlemen, ignore Mac. He's done.
Look, I'm drunk,
All right.
so
So,
fair enough.
Here we are at a spirited debate. Episode 100 is in the books. It is done. We are moving on. We are moving on to season 3, episode 1. Look for it. It will be dropping soon.
We look
And,
forward to Haas on zombies.
That's
What the
it.
hell
So,
is Hoss? What the hell is Grinch doing?
as always, we love our listeners, love all of you guys, and look forward to
I love
doing
you,
this again
Grinch.
next week.
Stop!
We will do this again real soon. Thank you.
You fucking made it. You fucking made it. 4 best friends who who all zoomed in and made this podcast show. You fucking made it! You fucking made it! Thanks to 40 years of friendship and lots of alcohol for a spirited debate. First you make the drink, then you drink the drinky drink, and you talk about the drink to the room. Then you get a little drunk and you talk about stuff with an unsuspecting guest and makes your spouse leave the room. 'Cause you fucking made it! You fucking made it! Congratulations on your 100th episode!
The views, information, or opinions expressed during the A Spirited Debate podcast series or any affiliated podcast are solely those of the hosts or guests involved and do not represent those of people, institutions, or organizations that the host or guests may or may not be associated with in a professional or personal capacity, unless explicitly stated. While guests are invited to listen, listeners acknowledge that they are not being provided professional advice from the podcast or its guests. The content within the parameters of A Spirited Debate podcast series or any affiliated podcast are for entertainment and educational purposes only. Any views or opinions are not intended to malign any religion, ethnic group, club, organization, company, or individual.